I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I kiss you on the mouth.
No, I'm not cool with that. Just, I'm sorry.
One more time.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I mean, I'm dealing with degenerate animals.
I'm disappointed in every one of you. Disappointed in every one of you.
All right, come on.
Honestly, I can't do it no more.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
Let me tell you why.
It's gonna be all right, Nicky. Go ahead, shoot.
He just killed a fucking man.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, because you got nothing. You don't got a thing. Yeah, because you got nothing. You got nothing.
I want to get out of this rat hole. I want to get online. I need
BDA Boxing.
Cut the goddamn music. This is King Bucho. Welcome to BDA Boxing, the boxing debate arena. We're approaching the fight. We're already on February the 4th. Oh, yeah, St. Valentine's Day. That's right. Love and hate, which is what this channel is all about. Right? You degenerates in the chat. Pretty sure we're going to have a tough time with you tonight. All right, we have Stu already here. Stu, what's up?
What's up? What's happening, Butcho?
What up? Congratulations.
Yeah. And the grandson was born last night. That's why I couldn't come on the show.
Hey, Stu, we can barely hear you, man.
I'm going to reset. I can hardly hear you. I think it's my phone. I'm going to come back on, yeah?
All right. Hopefully you guys can hear me properly in the chat. Let me know. Let's give some shoutouts. Let me just find the chat. What do we have in here? Durden Boxing, Michael Stott, David T, Dead Game Boxing, Saint Breed, Virtuoso, Body Aces, Sin Amosea, Box 88, FL 88, Mike P, Mark Boxing, and Johnny's best friend, T-Tone Toledo, 1965. Guys, welcome to the show. We got stuff to talk about, but I believe that later on, as we progress through the show, we're gonna probably just have like we're gonna be able to talk about anything. And we can talk about Wilder Fury some more if you guys want, but some of you guys are gonna go crazy. I just want to touch on the topic of the judges, because Bob Arum said that he wants good judges. He doesn't care if they're for the United Kingdom. He just wants proper judges, competent judges. All right, hold on. Let me just get Stu back in here. Here we go. All right. So as I was saying, yeah, Bob Arum said that about the judges. I think he's correct. It doesn't matter where the judges are from; they have to be competent. But I wanna know what you guys think about Bob Arum's comment. Some people are freaking out because they just hate everything about Bob Arum. So you're just gonna shit on Bob Arum, right? But he didn't. Okay, anyways, don't get me started. Don't get me fucking started. It's too early.
Butcher, can you hear me better?
No.
Oh, fuck no. Fuck no.
I can increase your volume, but
I've tried. It's on full. I don't know what's wrong. I'll have to reset the phone. I don't know. Send that link to Discord. I'll have to reset the phone. Hang on.
all right. If anybody knows what might be happening with Stu's phone, please let us know so we can fix this problem ASAP. In the meantime, let me just send a few invites over here. All right. That should do the trick. All right. Box says, waiting for Ryan Garcia fight. Yeah, we're all excited about that Ryan Garcia fight. It's going to be exciting. Barn burner. Now, listen, I'll watch the card, see what happens. You never know. I mean, it's boxing. And I don't really have much to do tonight, so I'm going to watch the fight. People are talking about we're Ryan Garcia against Tank Davis, and listen, that Linares fight would be very interesting. A lot of people think Linares is shot, but I don't think Linares should have moved up, and Cano, the guy who knocked him out, Cano looked like a junior middleweight. I mean, so I wasn't really shocked that he got stopped. That doesn't mean Linares is a bad fighter. I think he's a very, very good fighter, and that'll be a very good test for Ryan Garcia. So let's see that fight first before we start talking about other fights. Kaylee Sourland did Sourland, the Let It Snow guy, says a week until the fight. That's right. Man, it's gonna be crazy. You know what? I think we should do a show every day until the day of the fight, until we reach the day of the fight. I think we can do it. What do you guys think? We should also do like an insomnia show, because for sure I won't be able to sleep. So maybe we should like do like insomnia shows, or we just leave the stream running and see what the fuck happens. I mean, we've done it before. I think we did it for the Golovkin Canelo fight, the first fight. We left the stream running, but the thing is, we didn't allow people to be in the panel, so nobody was talking. It was only the chat, basically. Yeah. But maybe this time around, we could just leave the fucking stream running and see what happens. Oh,
what about now?
It's still very low. Maybe it's me. Hold on. I don't.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. I can't keep doing this. Check.
Where's it?
Can you guys hear me in the chat?
All right, it was me. Yeah.
Fuck's sake, Butcher.
Sorry, man. I don't know. This computer is weird, man. I called Mr. BDA, told him, listen, what do you think is wrong with it? He's like, I don't know. Your settings move by themselves. I don't know what happens. Well, anyways. Let me lower your volume because now it's too low, too high. All right. So anyways. So, Stu, as I was telling people in the chat, I think we should, we're going to be doing a show every day until the day of the fight. And we're going to leave the stream running during the night. So...
What, the fight? Yeah, or the fight so you can just come back on when fight's done.
Oh, that too. No, but I was talking during the week. Maybe some special, like on a Thursday We'll just leave the whole thing running and see who joins. Nobody joins, whatever. We'll just leave it running. People will chat. I'm excited
So
about
what
this
boxing
fight.
news? What boxing news you got first then, Butcho? Because obviously I haven't been keeping up. Obviously I was in the hospital. My grandson was born yesterday, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
can need that like two arseholes, really, don't I?
Mhm.
Granddad, get out of here, man.
That's right, people. We're gonna
15.
be,
I've had 15 years put on my life without
yeah,
doing anything.
you're gonna age exponentially from now on. And we're
That's
gonna be
right.
calling you grandpas too.
Please don't call me that, man. Please. Right, so when I take him out, I'm just going to say, "Hi, it's my nephew."
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Uh,
I'm not. But yeah, no, I'm too young for all that bollocks. Let's get back to the boxing. What's the news?
Bob Arum says we just want good judges for Fury Wilder. We don't care if he's a British judge. We just want good judges.
Yeah, but what is a good judge? I mean, have we got
Yeah,
any?
that's the thing.
And the thing is with judges, because no one really knows who they are. I mean, if I asked any of the guys in the chat to name 5 judges, they'd fucking struggle.
You read my
You
mind.
know,
Yeah.
no one knows. So no one takes. It's only at the end of the fight when the scores are read out and someone's had a stinker where we know they are, sort of thing. Yeah, to be a judge that's known, you've got to have a real bad reputation for scoring fights like Adelaide Bird or someone like that. You know, we all know that about that clown. Should be nowhere near a boxing ring. So I don't know,
Stu,
man. What is a good judge these days? I'd like to see ex-fighters do the judging. To be honest with you, get some of these guys back into the game. You know, they know how to score a fight
well,
properly. Because they know that they're scoring pitty patter shots, like hitting gloves and stuff. You can't score them sort of shots. They know what a clean shot is. They know when
do they?
ring generalship's coming into it. They know these things. They've been in there. Well, go and look at them judges, man.
Well, but Stu,
Fucking
to
slobs,
be
most of them.
honest, Stu, I mean,
Never been on a fucking running machine. Never mind a fucking boxing ring.
but Stu, we've had these boxers that after the fight, they don't jack shit, and they do believe they won the fight, and they're not even lying. Like they think they won the fight, so it's not like their ring IQ is all there, right?
No, but that's just that's saving face, and let's be real. I mean, Deontay Wilder thought he won. Well, it is. Deontay Wilder thought he won the fight, and so did his little Klingon trainer. Who's
That's
the white
hilarious.
guy? What's his name? He's the right Klingon, that little fucker.
Yeah, that guy. I forgot his
He
name.
makes me cringe every time he opens his mouth. What a fucking arsehole that guy is.
I mean, let's be honest. That trainer
I
is
bet he sits
garbage.
there polishing fucking Wilder's shoes, doesn't he? Spit shining them.
I think he's there for a ride. That Wilder's trainer. I'm looking for his name because this guy hasn't.
JD says box. I don't know what his fucking name is.
I'm looking for it,
It's-
but okay,
it's-
maybe that's
I was
him.
watching Wilder hit his body with it. He had one of them fucking padded things on. I was watching Wilder hit the body. It's a shame he didn't lift that hook up a little bit and landed on the jaw because he needs one. I mean, he talks some right shit, that guy.
This
You
guy
know,
didn't
like I said,
teach
with the
anything.
boxers, obviously, the boxers know they've lost a fight. Deontay Wilder knew he lost that fight. Go and watch the fight and go and watch how Wilder was after the fight. That wasn't a man that just won a fight. That was a man that looked down and disheartened. Do you know what I mean? And then fucking surprised when he got the
He
draw.
was smiling.
I mean, his eyes
He
lit
was
up, didn't
goddamn
they?
smiling, man. He was smiling when they
Yeah,
announced the
man.
decision. Come on. Fucking.
I mean, fucking Fight Scout in the chat says, which one would you prefer, JD's or Ben Davison? I mean, that's like asking me what would I prefer, AIDS or fucking cancer? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a bad.
Neither of them.
Yeah, no, come on.
I mean, Ben Davison, he's actually got himself a little following, even in our chat. They all seem to think he's the second coming of Emmanuel Stewart for some reason. I don't see it.
I know. I don't know why he has so many fans. But going back to the judges thing, you know, you touched on a good point, which something I was gonna mention. We don't know who these guys are. You know, sometimes when I read when they announce the judges, I kind of like, oh yeah, I know. You know, Dave Moretti, and I there's names that I know, but I don't remember which fights. I don't remember. So
Mexican judges.
I'm
sure they like to take a backhander.
Yeah, of course, exactly. But I don't remember which fights he scored, and I don't remember. I don't even know what they look like, and that's a problem, to be honest.
Yeah.
What's the problem with this, Stu? I'm gonna ask you, Stu. What's the problem with having the judges have like a post-fight press conference, and them explaining us why they scored the fight in a certain way? What's wrong with that?
Because let's be real, they're allowed to fucking take backhanders, see a fight that no one else saw, and then leave the arena through the back door without even a fucking question about it. They seem to. I mean, let's be real. The judges are probably the scummiest people in boxing, and that's an achievement in its own because it's just a hellhole and it for scum. So. My idea was get these slobs that have never been on a fucking running machine, never mind in a boxing ring, get them out of the game, get the ex-fighters in there. I'm not saying get fucking Riddick Bowe and Brandon Rios who could barely string a sentence together. I'm saying
they can't even count, man. I'm sorry, but
like David Hay or someone. I know, just that sort of guy, who's still got his faculties about him.
Yeah,
that's them sort of guys, And there's a lot of guys in England that could do the job. So yeah, I mean,
it's not a bad idea.
What does Adelaide Bird know about boxing?
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. And then she fucks up she does a very bad job in the Canelo Golovkin fight. We gotta be even Las Vegas. The commission was like, okay, she fucked up, but they didn't do anything to her. So these judges know that. Listen, they don't have to. They're not accountable for. There's no accountability, basically. So they can get away with anything. They can do whatever they want. That's ridiculous, man. They can do whatever the hell they want. Nothing's gonna happen to them. Could you imagine you're working in a place?
Bird knows more.
Yeah.
Listen, Bird knows more about me than more about boxing than I do. Says Killer 1911. I mean, just show. I bet you're American, isn't it? Fucking low IQ American. You guys are fucking clowns of the highest order. You really are, man. And this is why I hate the boxing community, because I have to mix with people like you. I don't want to mix with people like you. When the internet was around, the only time I'd see fucking clumsy, dopey Americans like you is when I'd watch TV. I didn't have to mix with them. But now I have to mix with them, and I got clowns like you. And I tell you what, you can take your fucking time out for being a dick. Where is he?
Oh, we're going to get a lot of donations now. I can just see that happening. Oh, man.
But Bronze Plumber can have one and all. He's a whiny little fucking bitch. I'm sick of him and all.
This is the weirdest boxing show on the internet. I gotta admit. Has to be the weirdest show.
Yeah, I mean, just when you're just at the end of your tether with people, and these fucking guys,
man. What do you guys think
you
about
better
the
watch
judges,
it.
man?
Bay Area better watch himself as well, because I'm not in the mood for that guy either.
Yeah, Johnny Boy made a stream yesterday, and in the stream it said Bay Area Boxing. He had the name Bay Area Boxing in the title. I don't know what was happening there, but Bay Area, man, you're working on thin ice, my friend. Speak your mind, sports.
Yes, Coco, you gave us that L in 1775. Well done, mate. A fucking country of about 250 million beat a boatload of Brits. I mean, get in there, son. Get in there.
Are we really going all the way back to the 1700s?
Oh, no. That was fucking last war you did win, weren't it? Because you certainly didn't win in Vietnam. Anyway, we don't want to get into that.
Bayra says we were debating Canelo's career, Bucho. Fuck, let's not get into that. It's gonna just create chaos, man. So yeah, basically, Bubby Arum saying that he wants proper judges. All right, makes sense. Like Stu said, also there's do we even have good judges? I don't think so. And then
who calls himself? Yeah, I gotta say, who calls himself Coco? You're a fucking shirt lifter if you call yourself Coco. I've timed him out for being a shirt lifter. Go ahead.
Coco sounds like a male stripper.
It sounds like that's probably his gigolo name.
Yeah, exactly, gigolo. That's what it sounds like. All right.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Butcho. Sorry.
No, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Let's look what's in the news. Let's see what's in the news. Well, AJ said that. What did AJ say about? He said something about. Well, if Wilder couldn't keep Fury down the first time, he won't be able the second time either. So Joshua, yeah,
Listen,
makes sense.
if Tyson Fury walks square on with his fucking chin in the air and his hands down, he's gonna go. He's been sleeping for a week. I don't care how tough he thinks he is. I don't care what gypsy background he comes from. You sit there with your hands down and let Wilder hit you clean. You're going to sleep. It doesn't matter. Tyson Fury has got his hands full. He really has. But I think he can win this fight. I've picked him to win by stoppage. I think he's gonna take it to Wilder. I think that's what he's got to do. If you stand at range and try and box Wilder from range, it's just a matter of time before he gets that right hand right, and then all sorts of things are going to happen. So
Yeah, like
yeah, it's
old,
for me. Like I
Ortiz.
said, I've seen Wilder fight many times. I've not seen him throw any decent shots in the pocket. He just can't do it. It's like his arms are just too long to throw these short sort of shots, and I think that's where you take away. I mean, you're taking his gun off him, isn't you? Sort of thing. You're taking his arsenal away from him if you get in the pocket. And like I said, Tyson Fury's quite good in the pocket. He knows how to box. He knows how to fight. And I don't think Wilder's a fighter. I think he's more of a boxer with a big punch. I don't think I've never seen anything in Wilder just so he can sit in the pocket and go to war. He sort of like falls to pieces when you put it on him.
That's right. And remember that Steve Earn fight? Steve Earn was always coming forward, cutting he wasn't at the end of Wilder's punches for the most part.
Listen,
that's
big
what
boys boxing. Wilder was not a short shot. Arthur Spilker ran onto a straight right cross. Sorry, go and watch it again. Do you even the guys don't even know what a short fucking shot is? And listen, two different guys. Barry, who was it? David T. Well, no, sorry. What's this? Fury couldn't KO Otto Willen. How is he knocking out Wilder? Because they're two different fucking guys altogether for a start. Willen's like a fucking stocky, compact guy that's used to taking punches. Let's be real. He's a punching bag. That's what he does. That's what he does best. Wilder's not that guy. Wilder's not going to take too much punishment before he folds. I mean, let's be real. That old fucking pensioner had him all over the place. And Ortiz is not a massive puncher. I don't care what anyone says. I've never seen Ortiz knock anyone out.
Yeah,
That's
you're right.
irrelevant.
Wait, good point. Let's look at. Oh man, so many things to talk about. But Ortiz, yeah, he's like he's some sort of like Mike Tyson or some shit. This guy Ortiz, the 3 fights he had after that Wilder loss, the first loss, the 3 fights he had after, he wasn't even impressive, and it was this guy who he didn't even knock out. So come on, man, Ortiz wasn't a beast. This is a myth. He was no fucking beast, man.
And the thing is, though, that a lot of guys get a bit arrogant, don't they? They think like when someone makes a prediction, they think because they know it all's on here, and they know what's going to happen because they've got fucking Biff Tannen's betting book in their pocket, so they know what's going to happen already. So when I say a KO by Fury, these guys are not going to just let me have that. They're, oh no, but what if it happens? Then what? You're going to come back with your fucking towel between your legs. So let's wait till the fight happens because Fury could go in there. This is heavyweight boxing. Fury could go in there, land a clean one in the first. All right, no one thinks it's going to happen, but it could happen. So I don't think we can get onto people's predictions and stuff like that before the fights happen because boxing's a funny game, especially the heavyweight division.
Yeah, especially with a guy like Fury, who, let's be honest, his body has been changing. This is like a metamorphosis that's been happening. He's bigger now. He's putting on more muscle. This guy is changing. He's changed trainers, and that makes a difference because he is going with a trainer in Sugar Hill that specializes in power.
And he's putting on weight as well. Apparently, he's going in there quite heavy. David T in the chat says if he knocks him out, I will literally come back and apologise to you on air. I'm going to take you to that. I'm going to hold you to that. Sorry, and I'll be expecting you to call in if that does happen, and I'll hold my hand up. If it doesn't happen, because let's be real, I don't hide. I get predictions wrong, and I come on the show and I show my face. I don't go missing for weeks like Jason Bourne and people like that. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have to be here. We're not going to disappear. That's for sure.
I mean, there's a lot of people that do think Fury can get the stoppage, but let's be real, that's the only way he's going to win because he ain't going to win on the fucking cards, is he?
Mm-hmm.
If Fury's got to go for the KO. I see this Ben Davison game plan last time. It was a fucking stinking game plan. It was terrible. It really was. He nearly got him killed. That's what it did. So
Teddy Atlas was saying, "Oh, there's no way." Like he picked Wilder because he said Fury can't do any better than in that that he can improve on that first performance, but Wilder can. And I'm like, are you fucking crazy? Well, you think this is the best Fury that we can get in that Wilder fight? That Fury had like 2 tune-up fights, and before that he was in a 2-year layoff where he was doing cocaine and all sorts of drugs and he has suicidal thoughts. You mean to tell me that that was the best Tyson Fury we can get? That one in 2018?
Listen,
Get out of here, man.
David T says if he didn't get dropped in the 12, he would have won. Yeah, and if he didn't fucking, if he didn't this, if he didn't that, that's still. Come on, man. The fact that it happened, and he fucking. Let's be real. He's lucky he got up. He was a fraction of a second away from being stopped. Go back and listen to the instructions he was given. I know you can like fanboy this guy because he sounds good on air when he's breaking fights that have already happened down. I'm talking about when you got to train for a fight, when you got to bring a game plan to a fight that's not happened. That's when you know who the real trainers are. I mean, anyone can break down a fight afterwards. I fucking can do that. So can Butcho. I mean, let's go through all our panel. I mean, are you going to tell us none of us know anything about boxing? Name one guy on our panel that rates him. I'll wait. Why does Billy Joe Saunders keep going back and forth to him? Tyson Fury left him. Josh Taylor chose Adam Booth instead of him. I mean, why is that then? If this guy's a manual steward reincarnated, then why hasn't he got this fucking... Why aren't these guys staying with him? This is what I mean. You know, like I said, he knows the sport. He's very good at media. He can break down fight. He knows the sport. I'm not saying he don't know fuck all about boxing. He knows a hell of a lot about boxing. But he doesn't know how to train world-class fighters at the top of the level. Let's be real. What experience does he have? I mean, you know, what experience? None. The guy was a fucking gym instructor, wasn't he, like last year, a couple of years ago? Yeah. Yes, he got the weight. I keep hearing him getting the praise for getting all the weight off Tyson Fury. If Tyson Fury didn't get off his ass and get off the chair and go run, the weight wouldn't have come off. You know, he's the one that had to do it. He's the one that had to starve himself and stop doing the drink and the coke and the burgers and go for runs and train in the gym and constantly. He's the one doing it. Ben Davison's just sitting there tapping him on the back, egging him on. That's what he's done. I mean, I could do that job. I could run beside Tyson. Well, actually, I'd just drive beside him in my car while he's running. Go on, Tyson. You can do it, son. Another 5 miles. Son. I mean, that's what it is, isn't it? And then holding the pads and the spit bucket now and again. You fucking guys.
All right. So in the chat, what were we saying here? Big Boys Boxing says every boxer can improve. Saying a fighter can't improve is straight stupid. Of course, exactly. And then like Teddy Atlas saying that Fury, you know, he wasn't gonna really improve from the first performance. That's just ridiculous.
Listen, yeah. I mean, come on, man. I know what you guys are saying. The game plan nearly worked. It did. But my point is, the game. I mean, if Tyson Fury's winning that fight with a game plan he shouldn't be doing, then it just shows me that if he had a game plan that was the right game plan, he'd have dominated that fight. That's my point. The fact that it was close was down to Fury fighting the wrong tactics. The fact that he got dropped twice. Let's be real. You know, that last shot, that shot that knocked him down the second time. I mean, that was terrible. Tyson Fury, man, just pouncing around with his fucking left hand down.
See, that's what I keep saying. It's not something that Wilder did. Like, that knockout wasn't set up by Deontay Wilder. It wasn't created by Wilder. It was a mistake from Fury. People don't want to admit that. They don't want to admit that. Are we gonna have a serious discussion here, or we're just gonna have fanboys?
How does he avoid getting dropped? If you don't know that, then you got no business fucking being on a boxing show.
That's the thing, though. People think that you can't escape Wilder's power. Yes, you can. You fight properly. Who the hell fights with their hands down? That's the thing. Anyways, we got. Go back and listen to the instructions. Or Ben Davison's instructions, right? Go back and listen to them and then come back to me. I mean, it's all right you sitting there with... You're not... You know, if you haven't heard the instructions, you know, then you can't really comment. Go back and listen to the instructions he was making and then tell me if that was the right game plan for a guy like Deontay Wilder. Now, that game plan is going to work against 99% of fighters. Against Wilder, standing up... Even if you've got good footwork and you can fucking duck punches and parry him or whatever, he's going to get it right. He's going to get it right
once in 36 minutes. And if he does get it right, well, you've seen what happens. This is a guy you cannot play games with. You can't give this guy any opportunity to land that right. I know it's easier said than fucking done, but what you don't do is stay at the right range for Wilder all night and hope you don't land by prancing around and let's be real.
All right, David T says, how does he avoid getting dropped? Okay, yeah, and then David T says, not with a more offensive coach. Listen, offense is good defense. Offense can be defense. You got to understand this. If I'm hitting somebody, they're going to shell up. They're going to fucking start getting hurt. They're going to change their strategy. You're getting them out of their game plan because your offense is playing a part. If you just stay from the outside. All right, go ahead, Gonzalo. Go ahead.
Offense is the solution, because if you look at what happened after the knockdown, he got up, then he threw hands, and he hurt Wilder. So why couldn't he knock him out a second time in the last round and leave him on the canvas? Because he was hurting him with his offense. So if Fury is able to trouble Wilder, he's not going to be as confident and is not going to be as able to get his punch off.
Look, I'm not saying Ben Davison's a bad trainer. I'm saying he's not ready for the top of this game right now. What can he tell Tyson Fury? I mean, look, why did John Fury not have a good word to say about this guy? Because John Fury knows a lot more than me and you do, because he's been in the camp. He's seen what the Tyson Fury's a natural talent. I could train Tyson Fury to win fights. He's a natural talent.
Oh, don't say that. People are gonna start going after you.
Be a great trainer.
Oh God, don't say that. Because now we're gonna get people saying, "Oh, Stu says he can be a trainer," and he's gonna just. There we go.
No, I could train Tyson Fury. It's that easy. That's my point. You don't need to be a good trainer to train natural talent. It's like Lomachenko, right?
Yeah.
If you train Lomachenko, right, do you really need to do that? Just hold the fucking pads.
Yeah.
You can't teach them guys anything. You can't teach them guys anything, mate. So why Tyson Fury would listen to a guy that's never been in a boxing ring ahead of his own thinking? I just don't get that. When he's been around boxing since he was like, a kid. He knows the sport inside out, yet he's taken advice off a guy that was a fucking fitness instructor.
All right, Dominic Brown says, Wilder tried too hard to finish Fury and got countered. Gonzalo, stop lying, acting like Fury just went on the attack in the 12th round. Well, that's what happened.
Well, just think about it this way.
Know what?
If you were to go on the attack, if you were to go on the attack when he's a fresher version, a better prepared version, then that's what would happen. I mean, he did it when he was on shaky legs. So
yeah,
what better now if a better version goes in there and tries to thwart Wilder's advances?
Listen, it's no coincidence. It's no coincidence, Gonzalo, right? That when Fury was hurting Wilder, it was after he got dropped and he forgot the boxing and just got in the pocket and started throwing shots and roughing Wilder up. And Wilder fell to pieces. He was ready to go. So that's when Fury was doing his most dangerous work. And why was he doing that? Because he realised he just got nearly fucking knocked the fuck out. And it's dangerous to be at that range. So what does he do? Step in the pocket and starts trading, and Wilder falls to pieces. It's not fucking rocket science here, guys. Boxing's quite easy sometimes. It's just the simple stuff. But everyone wants to make it sound difficult. Everyone wants to be this. Every trainer wants to be this guy with a game plan, don't they? The slicker their fighting looks, the more fucking praise they'll get.
But
it's a narcissist thing with it's narcissism with these trainers. They're coming up with game plans to make them look good instead of the fighter.
But what else?
That's why I say Manny Stewart's the best, because the Manny Stewart, Klitschko was quite boring. Manny Stewart told Klitschko, look, it might be boring, but it's how you can. It's the best thing for you to do. It's the best way for you to fight, and it'll get you wins. And look what happened. Reigned for 10 years. Boring to watch. We all know that. Manny Stewart weren't there coming up with game plans to look exciting to get Nick Klitschko knocked out. No, he wasn't. He was saying, you stay safe, keep it at range with the jab and hold when you're inside. It's easy stuff. But no, and listen, I've seen it with a lot of British trainers where they over fucking complicate things and they're doing things to make themselves look good to get a name, and that's what a lot of fighters. And for some reason, boxers just they don't like to use their own initiative sometimes. You know.
Can I just say something? David T saying Fury and doing WWE stuff and he's not focused. Why? I mean, I understand. It's like, didn't Mayweather do that shit at some point, the WWE thing? I don't know how that's so distracting. If you have time to do that shit, why not? See, this is all wishful thinking from people who want to see Fury lose. Right? Oh, he's not there mentally. Oh, I saw something. I think he's gonna go back to drugs. Man, what I guess he's in shape. Did you guys see the fucking training videos he's been posting? This guy is ready, man. He's in shape. Fucking thing. Oh, he was in the WWE. Oh, therefore he's not focused. Therefore he's not taking this fight. He's taking it lightly. You guys are insane, man. That's just wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. Guys, call in. The number's on your screen. Tell us what you think about this whole talk. Go ahead, Gonzalo.
It's an interesting subject about the chin because I mentioned before that there's been all-time greats that have been down on the canvas but been able to get up and like throughout their whole career were never actually knocked out. It's an interesting subject about the chin because, like, for example, we had Muhammad Ali who got knocked down by Doug Jones, Cooper, the guy from England, and Chuck Webner, guys like that. He was in the canvas like 4 or 5 times, but he was never KO'd. So it's interesting to see a big man in Tyson Fury, if he has been down by Cunningham and by Wilder and some other guy, I can't recall, if he's that type of guy that does have a good chin, but just been dropped, but can get up and stay up. Because he was able to, Muhammad Ali was able to go to the distance with George Foreman and guys like that, much bigger punchers, and got dropped by lesser punchers. Same way as Fury. So we'll see. We'll see that's an interesting subject to see what's going to.
Oh, the stream to repopulate over here. Wait, is still working? Let me check. Uh-oh. Yep. Didn't pay the internet. People were saying I didn't pay my internet. Let me check. Let me see if we're back online. All right, we're back. We're back. We got Stu there? I think so. We got Gonzalo. He's here. All right, so I was just going to say about people who say, like, oh, if Wilder lands, it's all over. I'm like, we already saw the first fight. Wilder landed. Fury got back up. He's one of those guys, like Gonzalo keeps saying. Juan Manuel Marquez, Felix Trinidad. They would go down often, but they would get back up. I think that's what we have here with Tyson Fury. He's one of them guys. Maidana, I think as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, it can be that type of situation with him, but he can also be knocked out. It's one of those things that it's truly a 50-50 fight. We know what Fury brings to the table. He brings the skills, the ability, the size, the movement. Now we just have to see if he can carry a little bit more of a commitment to his shots, to his punching power. Mm-hmm. Okay? And we know what Wilder brings. He brings that right hand, that sheer power. But we'll see if he can also adjust and put into practice some of his boxing like he did against the first Bermane-Stavern fight in 2015, where he showed some signs that he does have a little bit of boxing ability. But we'll see. It's truly a 50-50 fight. For people to say, oh, how can you say this or how can you say that? No, it's just, they both. You can make an argument in a case for both of the guys.
Yeah, absolutely. But
start your show now. Press 1 to hear important.
It appears that the host has already done.
Oh, I have to restart these fucking phone lines. I was gonna say that Wilder relies on his power, right? That's basically all he has. I think we can agree on that, and I think even his fans are saying that. So, if Wilder only has the power, the question is, can he keep him down? Because that's how you win a fight, right? You have to knock them out if you have power. You know, this is a scenario that could happen though, where Wilder wins a decision. He drops Fury multiple times, and then gets a decision based on the points.
Yeah, he can win. Yeah. Like for example, out of the first like 2 or 3 rounds, when there's not a lot of action, if the fight starts slow, he can put 1 or 2 rounds in the bank. Then he could drop up like once or twice. Then down the stretch, he could win another round. So maybe he wins 3 rounds and drops them twice.
Yeah,
he can get another draw. They make the 3rd fight, or he gets a victory, depending on what the judges like. Depending on how Fury, what type of performance he puts.
Yeah, that's why Fury has to be aggressive.
Press 1.
Your show is scheduled to start in 37 seconds.
Holy shit. That's why Fury has to be aggressive. Because we already saw what happened in the first fight. He got robbed. So he can't have any. He has to be aggressive. He has to clearly win rounds.
And also a key strategy. Also, I don't know if there's a lot of footage out there now, but you know, like how Ruiz and Joshua, a lot of people were speculating. Oh, what weight are they going to show up? Ruiz is going to show up thinner. He's going to come in bigger. Or Joshua's going to lose weight, which he actually did. But these 2 guys, you know, we'll see what game plan they put into place as far as like weighing, what size they come in. Wilder's probably going to gain some pounds. He's going to come in around 225 or something. I surmise, maybe, I suppose. And Fury's also going to come in bigger, I think.
Fury, a few days ago, I saw this picture, and he said that he was weighing at 270, but he didn't look fat. It looks like he put more muscle.
Coming in there I think he's coming in heavy because he's obviously sitting on his punches and sitting in the pocket for me. I mean, if you want to be on the back foot, on your feet, you come in light, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So everyone keeps fucking giving me stick for saying about Ben Davison's game plan. Even Tyson Fury knows it's the wrong game plan. Why has he changed his trainer, put on weight, and he's got a trainer that's going to help him? Well, I don't know if he can help him put more power on his punches, but to plant his feet a bit more and sit on them more. And why is he doing that if everything was so perfect last time?
Yeah,
because it's called connecting the dots.
Exactly. It's multiple things that are going on here, right? It's Fury saying that he wants to knock him out. Fury knowing that he got robbed in the first fight, obviously. Changing trainers, going with Sugar Hill, power puncher, expert, and basically kicking Ben Davison, and then the weight. Fury is putting on more weight, so the signs are there. This is true. He's not, because some people, you know what they're saying? They're saying, oh, well, Fury's just saying that he's going for the knockout to throw Wilder off. But then at the end of the day, Fury's going to do the same thing as in the first fight. Outbox him. Try to outbox him. Nah. I really
do but think like I said, people say, oh, Fury's only just saying that. He's going to do the opposite. But if he's going to do the opposite, then why is he coming in heavy? If he wants to be on the back foot, on his feet, and like he was the last time, why is he coming in heavy?
Yeah.
So, listen, Fury's not stupid. He ain't getting the decision over there. He knows that. He's going to have to get the stoppage. And I'd rather put it all on the line, and even if I foul, give it all. It's better to try and give it your all, innit, and try something different than just to accept your defeat and stink the joint out.
You know what, guys? I'm going to try to open StreamYard and see if we can get some people to call through the StreamYard thing, because I know some of you guys don't. You guys live outside Canada and the US, and so I told you guys not to call from over there because it's long distance. So let's try it.
Just one more thing. This is the last I say on Ben Davison. I think I've made my point.
Yeah.
To the guys in the chat, if Ben Davison, right, you keep coming all these excuses for him, but just answer this one question, because I'm going to leave it there.
Okay.
If Ben Davison is this great trainer that you keep saying he is, why did Tyson Fury let him go? That's just answer that question. And don't say because Ben Davison wants to spend time with his Russian girlfriend, because, mate, I'll block you from the show. Never mind time you out.
And we need to start with this Ben Davison talk. I don't even know why we have to I don't even know why people need to defend Ben Davison. Why do you feel the need to defend this guy? Come on. Oh, St. Brit says
Yeah, like
stream
just
is
answer
breaking.
that question. If he's this great trainer, why did Tyson Fury let him go? Because you don't let greatness go, do you? Surely not.
Yep.
The trainers are not that important in this fight, because look, Wilder he's got Mark Breland, he's an Olympian, he was a good fighter and whatnot, but he's a gold medalist. He had 2 losses as a professional. He was an ex-world champion. But then he also trains one guy that exclusively only trains him, but is not known for anything else. You know who I'm talking about? Wilder's trainer, that older white man.
The older white man? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
Somebody
but anyhow,
yeah, go ahead.
We know that doesn't matter what trainer Wilder has, he sticks to what he knows, which is putting all these little nuances into practice along with his punching power. He's not great at one thing aside from maybe just punching sheer power, but he does all these little extra things that make him tricky. What Fury, he's got the boxing ability and the boxing brain already. What does he need in order to be successful? Maybe conditioning, the right game plan. But yeah, the whole thing about the trainers is not that important with these guys.
I don't know about that though. I mean, what do you think then about Fury bringing in Sugar Hill in order to improve on his power technique?
Oh, but Ben Davison helped Fury lose all that weight. I mean, I could go and get you a female fucking fitness instructor that'd do the same. So we're going to give her credit as well. I mean, come on, man. You fucking guys. Just low standards with you, isn't it? Very low standards.
The whole thing about Sugar Hill,
yeah,
it's interesting because he wants to put into practice a game plan. Okay, and the thing with Ben Davison, he was kind of just getting too stale with the guy. The guy was taking too much credit, in my opinion. Okay, he was even getting a little too jealous when Freddie Roach was there for one of his last fights. Was it the Wilder fight?
Absolutely, great point.
So the trainer wanted to act like, oh, well, I want to take credit, and why is Freddie Roach here? But in the end, I mean, Fury's the boss, right? Fury's the boss, and he knows how to box already. He just got to implement a different game plan. And Ben Davison was just getting a little too stale, too repetitive.
Yep. Absolutely. I think we all agree on that. And for people,
yeah. What about Ben Davison? What about Fury in his last fight? I mean, I've noticed you've been quite quiet about that one. That fucking 90-inch cut he had across his eye.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want to mention that one, do you? You don't want to mention that one. You want to talk about the fact that Tyson Fury survived to fight another day, and that's enough for you, isn't it? Yeah, great trainer.
Yep.
I mean, fighters change trainers all the time. Look, Oscar De La Hoya must have changed trainers 6 times.
Oh, that guy was crazy. But yeah, that's a good point. No, it's not unusual. I mean, team sports, they change trainers as well. It's why not? Yeah, but the thing is, I just find it funny when people take this situation where Fury's changing trainer as a sign of weakness, as a sign of something's wrong, as a sign like Fury's desperate or something. Man, he's not. He's actually smart because he's improving. And you know what? Wilder should have done the same thing a long fucking time ago, because that guy hasn't improved jack fucking shit. All right? He should have changed trainer. But see, he's not that smart. All right, Jason Bourne says, there's a storm coming to England and his name is Wilder. Happy Valentine's Day, Grandpa's too. Calm down.
Yeah, well, the thing is, to be a grandpa, right? You've got to have sex with a woman to have a baby, and then she has a baby. See, you'll never be a grandpa because you can't even get your fucking leg over, Jason. Do you know what I mean? So You might as well be a fucking a Catholic priest, bro. They probably get more nookie than you do. So you'll never see grandpa status. So,
My God.
you
I
know,
know. I like how Stu insults our chat donors. I'm just kidding. But Jason Bourne, thank you for the contribution. No, you're right, Stu. I don't think some people should be grandpas. David T says UK fanboys about to cry. Did you just time him out?
he keeps going on. He's one of them whiny little fucking Americans I was talking about earlier. I bet he's probably got a fucking. I bet he's probably got a Biden fucking thing in his window. And vote Democrats. You know, he's one of them ones, isn't he?
Oh yeah. Bernie Sanders. We got too many choices of chocolate. We got too many choices.
I bet he's one of them. Yeah, I bet he's one of them guys that hangs around Berkeley protesting all day. Fucking clown.
All right. What the hell were we talking about? Fuck. We're talking about changing trainers. It's not a bad thing. Wilder should have changed trainers. Do you guys agree or disagree with me that Wilder should have changed trainers a long time ago?
Well, I mean, Wilder's a guy that started late. I guess he was like 20. Well, he started earlier, but he was still in his regular job until like the age of 20. So he's a guy that it doesn't matter what trainer he's got. You know, he's just gonna kind of stick to what he knows. And I mean, he's come up to a certain level that he's learned in his own way, but just that's the way he acts. So I mean, it depends on the guy. Like Fury, he wants to bring a certain fresh air into his lifestyle, into his camp. I mean, that's good. Why you want to do the same thing you did with the other guy and be bored and like do the same thing all over again if it's not going to make you feel good? If he's doing something that breathes fresh air into the whole situation and he feels good about it and he gets motivated to train, well, why not?
Exactly. It's not a weakness. Change trainer. L Dog, thank you for your contribution. He says bow down to stewardship. So they're calling you a dictator.
The fucking British Saddam Hussein here. You remember that, guys?
The British Saddam Hussein.
British Saddam Hussein, mate. Got posters and billboards on my face everywhere.
Yeah.
Listen, it's just called end of my tether with him, mate. End of my tether. So, and Bay Area, he's only here because I told you guys to give him another chance. You guys wanted this guy gone forever. You want him deported, Trump style. I said give him another chance, and we've let him back on, and he's got back to his whining little bitchy self again, isn't he?
He's getting too confident. Too confident.
Obviously, fucking Trump must have deported his missus or something. It's got to be in his body.
I'm kind of excited to see the fight card tonight, the Golden Boy card.
Who's fighting again?
Alexis Espino is fighting Brad Solomon, the guy that Virgil Ortiz just beat. He's only got 2 losses. And that guy's got he's 14 with 10 knockouts, I believe. Alexis Espino. That's a good fight. And we have Carlos the Solution Morales fighting the Venezuelan guy. What's his name? The guy that dropped Lomachenko. Jorge Linares. And we also have, what's the other fight? We have Ryan Garcia versus Francisco Fonseca. And we got Cobbs. What's this guy? Cobbs versus some African guy. Blair Cobbs.
All right.
And we have like a good Beck the Bully. Beck the Bully. I don't know who his opponent is.
All right, guys, we got a bunch of phone calls, so let's take the phone calls now. 917. You're on the air. 917. Oops, hold on. I think I got you on mute.
Call in.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, you were muted. Go ahead.
David T. I finally called in. You guys wanted to hear me. I'm here. And
who's this?
Since I was blocked, this is David T.
I don't know who you are.
All right, well, I'm the person who was just blocked, and you guys call me a Joe Biden fan, which I am not. But, we're not here to talk about that. I want to voice my opinion in regards to the fight. I just think Tyson Fury, he fought great, but I think he fought the best fight he could possibly fight. And the second time around, I just don't see him going perfect all 12.
Okay.
Yeah, but, maybe what? Yeah, but don't you think that maybe Wilder fought the worst fight he could have fought? It goes both ways, This is what I'm trying to say to you.
He didn't fight well.
This is a different fight, brother. This is a different fight, brother. I think when two guys fight each other once, it's the unknown. When you're in there and you're learning on the job sort of thing. When you're in there, they know what to expect from each other now. I think they've studied each other enough now. It's going to be. I think both guys are going to come in with different game plans. I don't think Wilder's going to be swinging for the hills. That's for sure.
I think Wilder, he doesn't know how to fight any differently. His game plan will be to go for the knockout. But for Fury, he has to box defensively responsibly. He can't abandon. He can't just go in there and try to swing as hard as he can without being defensively responsible, because he puts himself at a great risk if he were to do that. Because what if he hits Wilder with like a 3-piece? He hits him well. He gets overconfident, drops his hand for 1 second. He gets clipped. Then he'll be in big trouble.
Yeah. This is the thing with Wilder. I mean, Wilder said it perfectly, and Johnny said it the other day as well, that Wilder only needs to be perfect for like a couple of seconds. That's it. Where Tyson Fury has got to be perfect for. That's why it's impossible. It's impossible to be perfect for 36 minutes. Really, even the last fight, he may have won it on a lot of people's cards, but was he perfect? He didn't look perfect to me when he was fucking getting off his ass. You know what I mean? So that's what makes Wilder dangerous. His boxing skills suck. Let's be real. He sucks at boxing, but God gifted him with a right hand that sparks people out. And when you've got someone like that in the ring, why take the risk of being perfect for 36 minutes when you can go in there, sit in the pocket and try and get him out of there? If you get knocked out, so be it, because you get knocked out at distance as well. But at least you've tried had a go. I believe Wilder's that bad in the first fight. I believe Wilder's that bad in the first fight. I just don't think he's going to be that bad again. I don't. I know Wilder sucks at boxing, but I think he's going to be a better Wilder
I
this
give
time.
Fury credit. I think he has a tremendous amount of guts. You have balls in order to put it all on the line to really, say, I'm going to go in there and fight him straight up. And that takes a lot of guts. You're risking everything to gain everything, but it is a big, huge risk, because if you come up short, you're getting knocked the F out. But, if it works, it works, so I applaud him for that. He deserves a lot of credit for, having balls to do that.
That's why I'm picking Fury. I think someone's telling me that Fury's just going to be a better guy this time around. He's going to, because Fury's got a very high IQ when it comes to boxing. If I can see what he did wrong in the first, and I'm just nobody, then I'm sure that guy can. And I think that, like I said, when you see the trainer being changed, he's, like I said, putting on weight. Looks like the game plan's going to be in the pocket, and he's obviously, like I said before, if it worked the first time, why would you change it?
Can Wilder finish Fury? It's my question.
Because of course he can.
Can I just finish this point? Because the 2 times when Wilder dropped Fury, he had 2 minutes after that. 2 minutes to finish Wilder off, and he could never fucking finish him off. And he had 2 fucking minutes. So how come? What happened there? 2 minutes.
Yeah, he
couldn't finish Wilder. That's why, with the punching power, this is why I think his punching power is suspect. That's where I'm getting my theory from, that I don't think he could take him out.
Oh wait, did I think
he's got enough sting to
no, hold on. I think I said I got it wrong here. Wilder dropped Fury twice, right? And after that, he had 2 minutes to finish Fury off. Right? He had 2 minutes to finish Fury off, and he couldn't do it. What happened?
Well, it was the 12th round too.
See, that shows Fury.
I told you what happened. I told you what happened. Fury decided that they was going to take it to Wilder then, because obviously thought, fuck me, I don't want to take one of them again. So what did he do? He got in the pocket and started roughing Wilder up, started hitting him with big shots. Wilder fell to pieces. Not rocket science, guys. This is what I'm trying to say. Why do you think he's coming in that round 12 game plan is is round 13 game plan? If you get what I'm saying, that's the game plan he's coming in
If
with.
he
It's not
could do
rocket
that,
science.
if he could
That's
fight
why
the way he
Wilder
does in round 12, if Fury could do that for 12 rounds, I give it to him. He'll win it. If he can fight Wilder the way he did in round 12, the whole fight or the majority of the fight, then he's got it. He's got it. But can you do that the whole fight?
That's how. That's the way I see it, bro. That's the style. He has to fight like that to win it. I agree with you 100%. Whether he can do it is another thing. It's a long time to do. That's why I say it's best to try and get him out there early because you never know. I keep hearing Fury's got no power, but Fury hurt Wilder in the 12th.
Yep.
Everyone saw that. He hurt him, and Wilder was falling apart. The only reason it don't look like Fury's got power because he doesn't hit you enough. He just doesn't hit you enough with clean shots. A lot of his pitter-patter stuff on the back. You know, half the time he's throwing shots and he's rolling out before he's even planted his feet. So, you know, weak shots. But I think if he sits in the pocket, starts putting 18 stone behind them shots, then and like I said, watch Wilder when he gets hurt. When someone gets on him and starts throwing punches on him, he loses his shape.
He's a big guy, and look at Wilder's little legs. And look at the size of Fury.
Do you think the referee lets him fight on the inside for this fight? Who's the ref? I'm just curious for this fight.
Well, I just hope it's Joe Cortez because he won't do that, really.
Oh, fuck Joe. No, he's East Coast guy. Okay, wait, hold on. We have another phone call. 917. You want to stay there? You can. Okay, 470. You're on the air. 470.
What's up, guys? Good conversation here. Couple things I wanted to talk about. Y'all were talking about Ben Davison earlier, and I remember the two fights that he had after the first Wilder fight with Schwartz and Wallin, and I noticed that Davison had no real insight, no real advice, no real strategy for those two guys. In fact, he was telling Tyson to hold back. In both of those fights, Tyson was the one who said, "No, I need to be the aggressor," especially in the Wallin fight, when he got cut, when he just said, "Fuck it, I'm going for it," and he started having success, but with being aggressive. Because I was thinking about, are people being too hard on Ben Davison? But Ben Davison, I don't think it takes a genius to look at Deontay Wilder and say, "Whoa, well, the best strategy is to box Deontay Wilder." You know what I mean? Head movement, feints. I don't think it takes a genius to say that. But with some of these other opponents, I don't see Ben Davison adding anything to the table. I think Tyson recognized that. He needs a trainer that's going to train him, sit down with him and talk to him about what specific combinations, what punches will be effective on Deontay Wilder when Deontay Wilder makes his mistakes. There were so many opportunities in the first fight where Fury would feint, double feint, throw a jab, and Wilder would freeze up. He'd freeze up with his hands up, and then Fury would land a 1-2. Or the body was wide open. Those are the type of opportunities that I think Tyson Fury wants to take advantage of in this fight, rather than playing the passive, let me run around the ring and throw a jab and feint and hope I get a decision. So I think people are taking it too extreme when Tyson says he wants a knockout. It doesn't mean he's going to go in there swinging. It means they're going to be opportunities, because Deontay Wilder, I'll tell you this, him and his team underestimated Fury in the first fight, and they're still doing it now. Wilder's saying he has no power, he's a pillow puncher, he's this and he's that. He's going to find out the truth on the 22nd that that's not so. Because I believe Tyson Fury, if Tyson Fury really puts his mind to it and wants to, he did it in the last fight. He did it in the 12th round. We all saw it. Wilder is being delusional by acting like I saw him wobble Wilder. So it can happen. So Wilder goes in there with this underestimating Fury's power and goes in there just going reckless, looking for the knockout, not being defensively responsible. I think he can get clipped on. There were opportunities in the last fight for him to get clipped on the chin if Fury just went for it. But I just don't think he trained for it, and I don't think the trainer that he was listening to at the time wanted him to do that. So that's what I think.
Very good point. What do you guys think about that?
He's absolutely right. There was opportunities he could have capitalized. He didn't have to be put in the position he was put in the 12th round. He could have done a lot better. Absolutely right. I totally agree. Good call.
Hey, people are asking if you are Bruce Wayne.
Hell no.
Okay. All right, so it's not Bruce Wayne. Stu, are you there? I had to get his thoughts on the call. But you make a great point. Very good point. Ben Davison, let's be honest, he just wasn't up for the task. I mean, he's how old is the guy? Like he's very young.
It's like
I think he's like
27.
27, 28.
Yeah. No, listen. Of course, when Fury says he's going for the knockout, he's not gonna go there and swing like Deontay Wilder. He's gonna set up his punches, and that's why. Also, what do you think about the weight? The rumors are that Fury will come in heavy.
I think he needs to find the perfect balance between being heavy and strong. That's what his dad was telling him after his dad was disappointed in the Wallin fight. He wants his son to be at a weight where he's strong. You know what I mean? Not weak from because I think Fury spent the last 2 years, losing weight, and it might have made him feel weak, or he didn't have the physical strength. So there's got to be a perfect balance between having that strength and still being, elusive enough for him to, to have, good defense. So if that's like 260, 265, I mean, I think that he might start the fight off boxing with Wilder, and then say, "Fuck it, let me step into the pocket like I did in the 12th round. Hit him with some hooks, push him back. Let's see how Wilder responds." That seems to be what the whole Fury camp is. Peter Fury. I've seen a couple interviews with him. Let's go in the ring with a 50-pound weight advantage. Let's push this guy back. Let's hit him to the body. Let's see how he responds. You don't give Wilder that leverage on that right hand. He has no power in his left hook. There's no power in the uppercut. Straight right hand. Take away the leverage. Let's see how he reacts when he's got a 265-pound man, right on top of him. I think that's what the game plan is going to be, at least part of it.
Well, what's
exactly?
Wilder's? And Wilder, is he going to come in with the same game plan? If you want to call it a game plan?
From what I've seen from his training, he's looking for the right spacing, the right opportunity to just throw a quick right hand shot. He's training to get the distance and the spacing. So I think he's going to be less active. It's going to be similar to what he did with Luis Ortiz. He's just going to follow. I think he's planning to. I think he's planning on following Tyson around the ring, and I think he feels he knows Tyson's movements now. I see he's got what's that guy's name? I can't remember his name. The guy he knocked out in one round. He's imitating Fury in training, so I think they're trying to get a sense of Tyson Fury's movement, and and just time that movement. So he's looking to just land a shot, but again, part of the problem with that is I don't think he can land. I think he has the power. You guys were talking earlier about Wilder's power. He has the power. The problem is Tyson's defense is so good that Wilder's never going to land the same type of punch he landed on a Dominic Brazil or Vermaine Stavern. He's not going to land that same type of punch on Tyson Fury because Fury's taller and he's always moving. So even if he flips Fury, he might go down, but he's going to get. It's not going to be that type of shot where Tyson Fury's just too good to get hit like that. That's what I'm trying to say. And he might go down.
He could also
he'll get up.
Stretch. He could also stretch out and negate Wilder to be able to lead into that shot.
Exactly.
Yep. I forgot what I was going to say. Stu, you want to say something?
I'm eating at the moment, bro.
Okay. I thought it was.
He might fight similar. He might fight similar to like. This might not be the greatest comparison, but like how Canelo fought Kovalev. Keep trying to doing the same over again, and it might be just like punches, trying to make it work.
Yeah. The difference here is that Wilder has absolutely zero boxing technique and skills. The right hand is always dangerous, of course, but like the caller said, Fury's gonna be moving, and he will not get. If he gets caught, it's not gonna be that flush type of punch that we saw Wilder land against stationary targets, where like they absorb the full power, and these opponents go down, and of course they're not gonna get up, right? But
I think the caller made a good point. Yeah. I think Wilder understands Fury's movement a little bit better. In the first fight, just reacting to feints, and he was constantly out of range and missing, and he looked a mess. and that's because Fury is the feint king. He's feinting when he don't need a feint. But I think he probably understands Fury's movements a little bit better. And that could be a factor in the fight. You know what I mean? Where I think Wilder's not. I don't think Wilder's going to be very busy at all. Excuse me. Let's just say that I don't think Wilder's going to be very busy. I mean, when Wilder's throwing a lot of punches, the more punches he throws, the more mistakes he makes. If you get what I'm saying. So I think he's going to be like the Luis Ortiz, very cagey, and he's going to try and land that right hand. Because let's be real, Wilder doesn't need to throw a lot of punches. The judges have got it covered for him. So
that's my issue. The judges.
Yeah, so you know he can go around and fight like that against Ortiz, like he did against Ortiz, because like I said, the judges got him covered, so he can just take his time. And when he's not throwing punches, he's not making mistakes and leaving himself wide open. Because like I said, sometimes he's out of range, his feet are all over the place, and his chin's in the air. He's a mess, and sometimes. So the less punches he throws, the less mistakes he makes. But like I said, that right hand, I think he's mastered the art of throwing that. You know, I've watched him throw that, and he throws it beautifully. But it's the only punch he does throw beautifully. Well, look at the left hook. That's not a left hook. It's a fucking a swinging clothesline, I call it. Oh. It's not a left hook.
Yeah, but he stopped Spilka. He stopped. Yeah, go ahead.
He utilizes the jab to set up the right hand. It's not a jab to hurt you, but he uses it to paw and as a rangefinder. So the jab is kind of practical in some ways, not as an effective punch, but as a way to measure the distance.
Yeah. So it's like a T-Rex arm. Useless. All right, 470. Anything else?
No, that's it. Good conversation, guys.
All right, thanks for the phone call.
Peace
Take
out.
care. All right, very, very good phone call.
Yeah, that was a good call. That was.
Coco Tyler says, "Too, would you body slam me for 8 pounds?" Okay.
Who said that?
Coco, your friend.
I'd do it for free. I'd do it for fucking nothing.
Yeah, that caller was very
do what I do with him? I'd body slam him, and then I'd do the fucking Dan Henderson flying elbow in his face, like he did with Biscuit.
Oh my god. All right, Gonzalo, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that caller was very knowledgeable.
Very good call, that.
Yeah, we didn't get his name.
Hang on a second. Please tell me that mother didn't give birth to a kid and thought DeQuavius would be a good name for him. Is that what his name is or something? DeQuavius Johnson. That can't be his real name. Sure, someone has not named their son DeQuavius, surely not.
Well, I mean, it's a free country. I hope he's a free country still. He says, Wilder gonna put Fury on his what's this? CZ? As? Oh, there's an A on his as. Man, I'm so retarded. Why he fire Ben Davison if he says he won? Checkmate, Stu Little. All right. Man, you lost. So checkmate.
Why the thing is, they said that.
Yeah.
They said that before the first one, didn't they? They all kept coming on our show telling us that Fury was going to sleep, and then they went missing after the fight. So I just hope he's here afterwards when Fury's getting that 7th round stoppage that I predicted. And then all these guys that give me shit in the chat, you know, I'll accept your apologies. Don't worry, I'll accept them.
No, but it's true. Listen, Fury did win the fight, and he had the right to say that he won the fight. And you could see Wilder's reaction when they announced the decision. He was smiling. Mate. He was relieved.
It looked like a kid. It looked like a kid opening his fucking PlayStation for Christmas, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it looked like. He's unwrapped the paper and his PlayStation sitting there. The look on his face. That's what it was like. So you know that just. When you see that in the fight, because fighters, the expressions don't lie. You can't hide the expressions. And just go and see after that fight, Wilder looked like a very relieved man. But like I said, judges had it covered for him, didn't they? But the problem is, like, he brought it on himself, Tyson Fury. He brought that on himself. Because if he had just stopped prancing around in the 12th round and just did what he had to do to just see the round out, he'd have got the fight. Even the judges couldn't have took it from him. But no, he caused his own downfall. And that's what I mean. You guys want to praise Davison. Go and see his Go and see his corner work the round before he got fucking knocked over. Terrible corner work. So, yeah, I mean, both fighters have to be better. Both fighters have to change their game plans because they both got it wrong. Wilder got it wrong. Fury got it wrong. And I think probably why it was an exciting fight. I've got a feeling this one. Not sure if this one's going to be exciting or not because I don't think Wilder's going to be as busy as he was the first time.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure about this fight, but it's a hard one to predict, isn't it? Every day I sort of change my mind, but I'm going to stick it with now. Fury's the man. I'm going with my heart, but also my mind as well. I do believe that Tyson Fury is a lot better talent than Deontay Wilder, but when you put that right hand in there with Wilder, you fucking hell. It gives him a chance against anyone.
Yeah, just because you won a fight doesn't mean you shouldn't change in the rematch because logic dictates that the opponent will also make changes. So you can't just do the same thing.
Of course,
right? Unless you're Deontay Wilder.
Madness, isn't it? Sign of madness, doing the same things, expecting different results.
Yeah, unless you're Deontay Wilder, who has low fucking IQ. So therefore, he thinks that I'll just have to show up and land at my right hand. Like that's how ridiculous it is.
No, but the thing is, I think that's all he's going to be working on. I've seen him do a bit of pad work in there. You know what I mean? But I think that's what he's going to be working on. Just getting his technique and his timing right with that right hand. It's no point Wilder trying to overcomplicate things because, like you said, low boxing IQ. You try to give Wilder too much information, he overloads and nothing happens. So you just little polishes up here and there. A game plan like that, swinging wild shit cannot be happening. And if you're Wilder's trainer, you can't be other than that. You know, just best thing for Wilder to do, just stay in shape, behind the guard, pop the jab out, and just wait for the opening for the right hand. That's the only thing he can do. Because if he starts trying to fight on the back foot, he can't do that. So, you know, he can do it a little bit, but he's no fucking. He's no Tyson Fury in the back foot, is he?
Hell no, man. The thing is, God, man, there's Wilder can't do that much. Man. He's 34, going to almost 35. Do you guys really expect some big changes from Wilder? Like, even if he
but look, I'm not expecting technical changes, but I'm expecting tactical changes. And let's be real, you don't have to improve as a fighter to stop making mistakes. If you get what I'm saying, to make less mistakes.
Yeah.
It's a hard way to explain it. In other words,
you're correct.
He just needs to polish up on a few instead of going wild and swinging and leaving himself wide open. Just be a bit more cagey. Pick your moments. That's all it is. So that's not a talent thing. You know, you can work on fighters with stuff like that, but you're not going to teach Wilder how to throw a left hook all of a sudden. If Mark Breland can't do it, then who can? You know, no one can teach Wilder to do these things because, like you said, 34 years old, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So you've just got to polish up on tactics. And like I said, that right hand, he's sort of mastered the art of throwing that. So best thing for Wilder to do, just get behind that guard. Like I said, use the jab to find an opening for the right hand and just hope it lands. I mean, that's all he can do, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Because he's not going to box circles around Tyson Fury. He's not going to sit in the pocket and throwing bombs like fucking Derek Chisora. What is he going to do? He's just going to have to stay at range, the right range that he likes to fight at, behind that guard, high guard, and flick that jab out. And when Tyson Fury makes a mistake, hopefully punish him for it. But that's the way I see Wilder winning the fight. That's why I don't have Wilder winning the fight.
Peligroso in the chat says, when was the last time a challenger was knocked down twice in a heavyweight title bout and still won? So when was the last time a challenger was knocked down twice in a heavyweight title bout and still won? I don't know, but like the rules of like the way you score boxing is it's done in such a way that you can actually win a fight even if you're knocked down. So I don't understand the question. Like,
doesn't matter. That's kind of irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
Marcus was dropped like 3 times in the first round against Pacquiao.
Yeah, Marcus was dropped 3 times. I mean, come on, it's you gotta count the points at the end of the fight. That's
how many times the guy has been dropped twice ends up winning the other 10 rounds or whatever in some people's eyes? Yeah, it's very rare. Usually in a fight, if a guy's getting dropped twice, he's usually on the wrong end of the decision sort of thing. So, but yeah, I can see what but Tyson Fury, in some people's eyes, won 10 rounds. So that's why the complaints are coming in. That's why everyone's pissed off about the scorecards. But I think it was a robbery, but I think it was a robbery. I do, but I don't think it was as bad as people say it was. It was fucking, you know. It was a couple of rounds, you know, a couple of rounds that could have gone either way, and it gives Wilder the draw sort of thing. So.
No, it's irrelevant point. All right, let's move on. So, who believes?
Yeah, go ahead. Cleaning. I'm cleaning outside Lobito. I'm doing Lobito duties. Hey, but I was gonna say, I heard Stu saying that Wilder doesn't have a boxing ability. I think he actually does, but he suffers from the curse of what many punchers go through. They rely too much on their power. Not everybody. I mean, we have boxer punchers like Kovalev, guys that know how to box like Golovkin, but you know, a lot of guys that with big power, they can box, but they just get to relying on that power.
Yeah, but
anyways,
no,
I'll come back. Yeah,
I don't think so, Gonzalo. I mean, I'm not seeing anything from Diaz. I mean, he does the basics well, but he's been boxing for how long now? He's had 40-odd fights. Surely he's learnt the basics. I mean, I could fucking learn the basics. He does that well. I think he's power happy because that's the only fucking tool he's got that works. So of course he's going to use it. You know, I don't blame him either. If I was Deontay Wilder, that'd be the only punch I did throw. You know, because when he's throwing the left hooks all over the shop, the uppercuts are not really coming in. When he throws them now and again, they look all right, you know, but he's not, you don't throw them enough, though.
Yeah, and what happens when you start relying too much on the power, you start forgetting how to box because you're not practicing it as often as you should because you're relying on that power. So you become less experienced at it. Less not that you couldn't have the ability to do it or that you're limited. Maybe also because he started late. So this guy wasn't in the gym like ever since he was 6 years old. He was like 18. Okay. But aside from that, he got the power, so he's not practicing the skills because he's been successful with the punching.
I can't have that, man. He's 33 years old now. Surely he could learn how to throw a left hook in fucking 13 years. How many years it is? How many is it? 28, but 15 years.
It's kind of, yeah, but it's not the same entirely. It's not the same. No. When you're younger, you know, it's better.
Like I don't like this excuse. Well, he started late. He's had 40-odd fights for crying out loud.
Yeah.
I mean, how many did he have to have before he can get things right? Technically, I mean,
this time, Stu, this time he's gonna get it right.
Here,
Stu, this time he's gonna get it. This time he's gonna get it right. This time he's gonna make the improvement. This time, like it's this time.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's like one of them drug addicts, isn't it? This time I'm going to stick to it. I'm not going to, you know, I'm going to stick to detox. I'm not going to take them again.
Yeah.
3 weeks
Last
later,
time I do this. Yeah.
But in a way, it's important to start early because look, if I try to learn what Filipino, right? I'm in the Philippines right now. If I try to learn one of the dialects, I probably couldn't learn it as good as I were a little kid trying to learn it. I'd be more capable, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's been around.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but Joshua started late. Look what he's gone on to do. Joshua like barely had any amateur fights, right? And then after 16 fights, he's beating fucking top fighters. Who was Wilder fighting after his? I mean, was it his 16th fight? He beat Klitschko, for crying out loud. Who did Wilder fight in his 16th fight? I mean, is the guy even still alive? Probably fucking shot by the cartel or something.
There was a super middleweight he fought. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they were dragging these bums up from all over the place to fight Wilder, weren't they? And it was only after about 35 fights that we saw someone with a pulse come in the ring. I mean, come on, man. I mean, excuses. That's what I mean about top fighters. They've got people backing this shit. Although he's not very experienced, so leave him alone. He needs another 30 fights before he... Oh, get out of here.
I have to bring up one good point.
If Wilder was called Wilderchenko, he'd have been put in the fucking deep end after 6 fights.
All right, go ahead, Gonzalo.
Yeah, Fury, he fought Vladimir Klitschko. What was it? What year was it? Can't recall. But he dominated Klitschko. Maybe that wasn't the best version of Klitschko, but that guy was a puncher. Okay, so he's been in there against Klitschko and Wilder already. So he is not like scared or he's not intimidated by fighting a guy that can punch. So he dominated Fury. That version of Klitschko, I mean, he's probably still a better boxer than Wilder altogether. And he's got comparable power, if not better.
Good point. Good point. Reading the chat here, see what people are saying. Jason Bourne says AJ is brain dead since Ruiz. Okay. What else do we have here? Mateus Lee says purebred Brits, Joshua and Luis are the best. Okay. I think he's being sarcastic.
I'll be back, Bucho. I'm gonna go finish cleaning up.
Where's Matthias from? Can I just ask where he's from? Because my guess, you get this with a lot of Eastern Europeans that slag the British fighters off. They're from fucking Romania or Bulgaria, where they've got nobody that can fight. I mean, I don't mind if they're from Russia or somewhere like that, or the Ukraine. But the Belarus and these people are giving me stick. Get out of here, mate. I mean,
all right.
when you
People, the phone lines are open.
I mean,
call in.
we hire you guys, and in the British gyms, we've stopped buying punching bags. We just get Eastern Europeans in. They do a better job and they're cheaper, aren't they?
Oh my god, this show is so controversial, man. Let's just put up the disclaimer here. Gee, I forgot. I lost my train of thought here. All right, let's go to the chat a little bit. The Killer 1911 says AJ only man with 3 belts in boxing. Is he? I don't know, man. But you gotta give him credit for that, though. Alan.
I mean, if someone says someone says he's from Serbia and Bosnia or somewhere like that, says it all, doesn't it? I mean, the hardest man in Bosnia is probably Edin Dzeko, the footballer. The cow.
All right. All right. So, guys, I have a question. So, we were talking about Wilder and the changes that he has to make now. So, I've heard that Deontay Wilder is gonna be less active, or in other words, some people want to embellish this and call less activity patient. So is he gonna be more patient in these fights too? What do you guys think?
Well, Wilder be more patient? You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to be, doesn't he?
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, if he looked back at that fight and thought that was a good performance, there's fucking something wrong with him. You know, even Wilder can see that was a poor performance. You know, and like I said, his power nearly bowed him out. But the judges obviously did bail him out in the end, but you can't let that happen again. I mean, like I said, you don't have to improve technically with Wilder, I just think tactically. And I think that's what they're going to do. I mean, it's like I said, not rocket science. You don't need a Manny Stewart in there, really, do you, with Wilder? Just anyone with a fucking half decent IQ of boxing could probably tell Wilder what to do in that fight, because you're not going to teach him anything. Like I said, you just got to give him the tactics. Nobody sticks to them. Like I said, and just simple tactics. Well, don't overcomplicate things with a Joe Gallagher game plan. Yeah, well, we'll lose the first 7 and then come on strong. You know what I mean?
Oh man, another trainer we shouldn't mention on this channel. You're gonna go crazy. Okay, so no, that's a good point though. That's a good, not overcomplicate things. So and I'm asking this to Stu and everybody in the chat, was Deontay Wilder more patient against Luis Ortiz in the rematch?
Killer. Anytime you want to fucking sort it out old school way on the pebbles, bring it, man. Like I said, mate, punching bags, a lot of you. That's why you're all fucking. That's why you're thick as fucking shit. Because half the time you brain damage, you lot. Punching bags. So if you ever want to have it on the pebbles, we'll have it on the pebbles. Old school British style. Like I said, good. Let's be real. The Brits are the only one that's standing up for fucking. Well, Brits and the Ukrainians are the only one that's standing up for fucking Europe at the moment. Everyone else is just on punching bags. So.
Wait, what's the song? Can we be friends? Oh, I can't find the fucking song. Anyways, all right, guys. So, was Wilder patient against Ortiz in the rematch? And was that part of the game plan? Yes or no? Was Wilder patient against Ortiz? And if so, was that part of the game plan? Let's see what people have to say. All right. My point is that Wilder was patient against Ortiz in the rematch, but the difference in the Fury fight is that Wilder wasn't really taking that much punishment while being patient, right? Because he had an old man, slow, who just basically was outboxing Wilder, but he wasn't really putting giving Wilder any damage. My issue here is that I believe that Fury in the
L-Dog, L-Dog,
Yes.
you've never seen an Eastern European lose to a Brit.
Oh God.
Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? You obviously didn't see Povetkin getting knocked the fuck out. You obviously didn't see Imposto getting knocked the fuck out. Do you want me to carry on? I'm gonna keep bringing them over, man, padding our records up. The only time we lose when we go to the States and fight the good guys. You guys ain't doing shit. You have to bring Golovkins over and Lomachenkos to beat us. Forget these fucking Pulevs and watch Pulev go to sleep when he fights Joshua. Our country's got 60 million people in it, and you guys are trying to run us down, and you fucking guys, man. Bums. That's what I'm saying, man. And half of you guys are hanging on to other countries' fighters. You are. But you're from Bosnia and Serbia, and you're hanging on to fucking Russians because you know you ain't got... Because Dzeko's not going to cut it for me. Do you know what I mean? And Croatia, the other guy from Croatia, I mean, fucking Modric, like someone said in the chat's probably the hardest guy from the... So come on, man. I don't need to get into you guys. And this is why I don't really like this show anymore, because you clowns, man. You don't like it when I say about Golovkin. You fucking saddos, man. I mean, the way you worship another man, and get all butt hurt because he had a poor performance. I spot it out. You guys, you fucking guys are clowns, man. Well, you know, I wish the fucking Iron Curtain hadn't opened. I wish you were still behind it.
Virtuoso, thank you for the contributions. He says, "Why can't we be friends by war?" Yeah, I found the song. Chris K, thank you for your contribution. He says, "When I don't know what to say to a girl, patience equals patience." Yeah, exactly. Fury, Wilder didn't know what the hell to do in that fight.
Listen, look, right. I know you racist motherfuckers.
Oh God.
Because that's what you are. I mean, you lot come on here and pretend you're all tolerant, but deep down you racist motherfuckers. Because I can tell. Because every time I praise a black fighter, you get all your tampons bloody. That's why I know you're racist motherfuckers. Not Joshua. For me, wears that Union Jack. So for me, I don't care if you're pink, blue. If you wear the Union Jack, you're British. I mean, you thoroughbred Europeans. I mean, have a word with yourselves. Have a fucking word with yourselves. Clowns. Like I said, we should have just kept that Iron Curtain closed. That'd have been the best thing for the planet.
Exactly. Man, this show is going to shit. Oh, I love this show. This is what we get at BDA Boxing, people. Reality. All right.
Jason Bourne, right, listen. You keep talking about Polish men. I mean, if you go back to the war, who's the one that fucking saved your ass? It was us. The Germans steamrolled you in about a week. You were fucking tacking Panzer tanks on horseback. I mean, you really want to sit and give the Brit? If it weren't for us, mate, your name would be fucking German. You'd be called fucking Schweinsteiger or something. So get out of here.
All right, let's go. We have a phone call. My God, who's calling in from? All right. Caller 510. We can barely hear you. There's a bunch of noise. So I'm gonna unmute you again. Hopefully you sorted that out. Let's go. All right,
Can you hear me? Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better. Is this the one and only undefeated? Who is this?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah. Perfect.
I wanted to talk real quick and school the chat room, some of those idiots on how scoring works.
Perfect.
And yes, there has been a fight, there has been a boxing match where a guy got knocked down twice and won, and that was Timothy Bradley versus Kendall Holt. He got knocked down twice, and he won that fight fair and square, and we all know he won that fight. Just like we all know Wilder lost to Fury. It's that simple. I don't know why people are hanging on to Fury getting dropped twice and that being the deciding factor. It is a 12-round fight, not a 2-round fight. Tyson Fury won 10 rounds, if you could argue 10 rounds out of 12. That's a winner, in my opinion.
Good point. What do you think about Ben Davison being fired? Good thing or bad thing?
I think that Tyson Fury should. Are you talking about his trainer, right?
Yes.
I don't like any boxer to switch trainers if they've been with them for so many years. I don't care if they lose one fight or struggle 2 or 3 fights. after that. I think you should always stick with your trainer, because if you go to new trainers, they tend to tweak and change things that you naturally do that works for you that trainer thinks does not work. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. We've seen it with Mike Tyson. We've seen it throughout history. Fighters go on a decline when they switch trainers.
All right. Good point. Fury, should he be more aggressive? Yes or no?
No, listen. In my opinion, I think Fury should fight the same fight, except lose all the clowning and playing around. Instead of, do when you land the jab, do something behind the jab, because this is an era where the judges aren't scoring fights correctly, in my opinion. And with Wilder, if Fury isn't that kind of guy that's gonna take it to Wilder, because you have to smother Wilder to beat him. I think Wilder doesn't like to fight on the inside. I think Wilder doesn't like a dog fight, and I don't see Fury being that fighting like that. But Fury can beat him by simply boxing. Let's not forget, Wilder has a right hand, but he is limited in everything else. He's a limited fighter, okay? So I don't listen. If Wilder was fighting in a time where there were actually good competition, he wouldn't be this knockout artist that he is today.
Good point. Is this Rasclot?
Yes.
I knew it. Just making sure. Rasclot, I'm going to write down your prediction. So go ahead and make it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Unfortunately, I'm picking Wilder to win by knockout.
Round?
I can't pick a round, but I'll give it a round. I'll give it like the 9th round. I think Fury. I want Fury to win, but the way Fury looked in his last fight and what he's been doing outside of boxing with all the distractions and not being consistent in boxing as Wilder has been after the Fury fight, I think the momentum is going towards Wilder's way. I think Wilder's confidence and motivation is at a higher standard because he's won 2 fights by knockout. And he's tricked everyone including himself, he's tricked everyone into believing that Luis Ortiz is this boogeyman. So he's not going to be afraid of Fury, because Fury isn't the biggest puncher, although I think he can hit. I don't think he's the biggest puncher, and I think Fury is just going to go down. I don't think, in my opinion, Wilder's going to win by knockout. That's just my opinion. And I'm not a Wilder fan, but I like watching Wilder.
All right. Well, that's your prediction, and you're on the record.
Yeah.
And we want you to call back in after the fight. Anything else, Rasclot?
Yeah, no, I will. And yeah, I do. I got one thing to say. This guy, Jason Bourne, he left his rubber sex doll in the back of my truck. He needs to get him on my truck right now. Because I gotta get it taken care of. Jason Bourne and that other bitch that he's always with. All right, see you guys later. Peace.
Take care. All right, Rasclot. I hope you got the message. All right. 805, you're on the air. 805.
Hey, what's happening?
Dr. Stott, what's up?
I'm in a parking lot, so sorry if there's noise.
It's not that bad. What's on your mind? Yeah.
What's up?
Go ahead.
You asked me? Oh. Should I say something that's going to trigger Stu or wait for last?
Well, I don't know. Stu, are you there?
Just get on with it, Stott.
Nah, I don't know.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, first of all, just about boxing news. Did you guys talk about whether or not you believe Caleb Smith is ducking Canelo? Because that seems to be the biggest debate going on, I think, in boxing right now.
I didn't hear anything on that. What are they saying? That Callum Smith is avoiding Canelo or is afraid of Canelo? Or what is it?
They're saying that he's a duck because Canelo's offering him a career-high payday, and he's not taking it, and that he must be afraid of Canelo, etc.
Well, I haven't heard anything. I don't know. You guys in the chat, if you know anything about that. Steven Schneider says Callum turned down a reclass. Okay.
Yeah, that's my argument, or people are saying that it's probably a rehydration clause, and he probably doesn't want to take the deal. But then De La Hoya is making it sound like he's a duck.
I don't see why Callum Smith wouldn't take that fight. Why not? It's one of those fights that if you're a boxer, you want to take. It's a big payday, and it's an opportunity to become extremely popular. What are you gonna say, Gonzalo?
Yeah, he's offering him 3 or 4 more times of his career highest payday. So he'd be making 3 or 4 more times what he's made before. And if you win, I mean, you become a superstar. Okay, if you lose, what's the trend we see with many fighters that fight for millions of dollars are in a pay-per-view? I know this is in the zone, but anyhow, you lose, you still go on to make millions of dollars in your future fights. Maybe if it's a couple or 2 or 3 millions per fight, you will still make more than $1 million every time if you in your future fights. Yeah.
I'm putting the ESPN article up from Dan Raphael. You guys can read it here. Michael, anything else?
I don't know. Last thing, I don't want to necessarily. I know I don't want to piss people off, but here's what I'm concerned about. Like if Stewart's talking about AJ representing England, being that he's not a real British man and stuff like that.
Okay.
Do you think that's a slippery slope that we start having?
Well, not really, because if we want to go down that road, America hasn't got any fucking fights. Because show me a white one, unless you want to bring fucking Malinaji out for me. Who's the other one? Who's the other? Oh, Smith. You know, the one that fucking knocked Hopkins out there. Who else is there? Or is that bum you just sent over to get smashed up by Cal Brook? Let's name another one. We've got the Hebrew Hammer. What about him? Is there any more? No, you know there ain't. Get out of here,
that has nothing to do with my point at all. That's not even what I'm talking about.
It's like slippery slopes. Why can't Joshua allowed to be British?
African Americans.
But why is Wilder allowed to be American, but fucking Joshua can't be British?
No, I think that's a bad thing too. White people shouldn't be looking up to Wilder as their heavyweight champion or representing America. He represents Black America. He doesn't represent America.
So America is white America?
In my opinion. There is a white America, but it's not entirely one race or something. But I'm saying that we got to stop thinking like cucks and having Black people represent who we are. Let them have their own champions and we have ours.
Oh, man. That's why the United States is going down, man. It's all fragmented. It's very fragmented.
Look at France. They won, the World Cup with a bunch of African migrants, but at what cost? The country's going to get what? Erased?
Well, I don't know. I think that's mismanagement. Bringing in people that shouldn't really be there. Because they don't have... Anyways, well, I'm not going to get into politics over here. But I'll tell you what. In the UK, it's much more united, though. I don't see this race division that's happening in the US. The UK is much more... it's basically united. I mean, when nobody's talking about, this black guy against the white guy, that only happens in the United States.
No, but the thing is, what makes me sick is these fucking clowns that are doing this in the chat are the ones that cry when the LDB say, racist black man, I mean, they cry about it. They're on here constantly, the LDB are racist, don't like white fighters, always praising the black. You guys are exactly the fucking same. You guys are actually probably worse. I ain't got time for people like you, two-faced. I mean, at least with me, I keep it real. You get what you see with me. You two-faced. You probably go over to the LDBC and call them brothers and shit. I'm with you, brother. And then come on here. Get out of here, man.
All right, so I got. So what was your point, Michael? Again, just to make it clear.
About what, Caleb Smith or the other thing?
The other thing.
Well, I just think it's a slippery slope for us to start looking back and start admiring African American athletes too much. It's cool to admire them, but when eventually our people are Europeans, American Europeans, or just like Asians and Mexicans have their fighters and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Americans kind of need something like that to look up to. I think white Americans tend too much to look at Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and all these guys, Deontay Wilder.
I see.
And there's a lot of them where it's getting to like, you guys are now just making them the alpha,
mm-hmm.
you know? And I think that's You know, I don't. It's not like a hateful thing. It's just have pride in your own people. Don't ride on the success of African Americans. You know.
Yeah. Hey, you're no longer a Muslim, right?
I don't think I ever converted.
Oh, I thought you were a Muslim. Okay.
I was like studying it, and I was like hanging out with Muslims and learning about them and shit. But
okay, are you now into like the Aryan Brotherhood?
no, I wouldn't say that. I've always been kind of a far right kind of thinker, which is why I kind of like traditional, the ideas, I guess, from Islam's traditional sense of the family and society and shit. But they're a little bit weird because they don't really believe in nations and heritage and things like that. They just believe everybody should just marry each other and make a bunch of babies, and no matter what your background or race is or anything.
All right. Well, anything else, Michael?
But no, that's it. Just you guys are having a good show. It's kind of heated. Don't worry, Stu.
Yeah, do you know what, Butcher? I want to call it a day, bro. I just fucking don't like this show anymore, man. I really don't. I'm sorry for kicking. Like I said, I'm at the age now where I choose to stay away from fucking low life heathens. And coming on here, it's just like I'm in the middle of them. It's like the Black Stone, where it's you know when you go to the Black Stone in Saudi Arabia, where all them fucking Muslims are going around. This is what this place is, the Black Stone of heathens. And I need to have a break, man. I need to calm my fucking blood vessels down, build a joint, and chill out. I just don't want to talk boxing no more. I really don't. And these guys make me angry. And this is why I came off YouTube in the first place, because everything was about whiny little bitches. If it weren't race and weren't being offended by the pick or what you said about the fight, grown ass men. I mean, you've got Jason Bourne who claims to have 2 children and crying over all sorts of nonsense. I mean, you know, just need a break, man. Like I said, I've been up all night because my daughter had a kid last night, and I just want to go and relax, man. Show's not for me today.
Congratulations, Stuart.
I want to congratulate you.
Yeah, thank you, Gonzalo. Cheers, my brother. But yeah, I'm going to go and watch some fucking movies, have a spliff, a cup of coffee, and just chill. I can't be around these fucking people anymore. I don't know how you do it, Butcher. You're a better man than me. You really are.
I just stopped giving a fuck, and I don't care about humanity anymore, basically. I just enjoy the ride. The sinking of the Titanic. That's what I'm doing. Enjoying the sinking. All right, Michael, people are saying that you're a racist now.
One last thing,
Yeah.
Butcher.
Yeah, go ahead.
One last thing.
Yeah.
How sensational is Ryan Garcia going to look?
Oh, well, we'll have to
Scale of 1 to
wait
10.
and find out, man. It's going to happen tonight.
It's going to be a knockout of the year tonight.
All right.
Anyway,
Well, that's your prediction. All right. Thanks for the phone call, man.
Yeah, Ryan Garcia, he's really, really quick. He's really fast and agile.
There's a
Yeah,
picture
a lot
of
of
Ryan
people have
Garcia.
been discrediting Ryan Garcia because he's a what is it, Instagram sensation. He's got many followers, but if you separate the two, the guy got skills. He beat Devin Haney 3 out of 5 times. So I mean, I think he's faster than Devin Haney. He might be faster than even Tank Davis. Maybe not as explosive now. He's still agile to where if he puts his speed and his agility together, he's also explosive. But he's not as strong as Tank Davis right now because he's still growing. And Tank Davis is short and stout. But, I mean, he's going to be forced to be reckoned with. He's with the right trainer. I think that they make a good team. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited about Ryan Garcia. I don't take him for who a lot of people believe he is. Oh, like this pretty boy that don't have skills. He's been training ever since he's a young lad, too. So he knows how to fight.
All right. So we're hoping that we get a great fight. That's all happening tonight on The Zone. Mr. E says, Stu, for Fox sake, peeps getting you peace. All right. Thank you for the contribution. Jason Bourne says, congrats, Grandpa Stu. Jason Bourne, thank you for your contribution. And Stu, did he just fucking leave? Come on, man. Stu, come back to the light.
Yeah, sometimes it's ridiculous. You can't mention certain fighters because people. I'm starting to think that sometimes some of the people that follow boxing are not really boxing fans. They're just fans of hearing other people talk to see how they can pick their words apart and discredit them because they're all about the gossip. Because if you think about it, boxing is not really that popular of a sport to many people, but it has a lot of race to where, yeah, it's perfect for people that want to like bring race into a situation that they watch boxing because there's a lot of race in. But they're not actual boxing fans. Now, I'm not speaking for everybody. There's a lot of people that, of course, if they're listening to a boxing show, they're hardcore, avid boxing fans.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff like that.
Yeah, it gets pretty heated.
Yeah, I'd say Michael were great basketball players. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
You know?
But you shouldn't really praise him because he's not Mexican.
No, listen, African Americans, they have special gifts that you can say that physically they're you know, their genetics are made to where, yeah, they could thrive in certain sports and you know, they're pretty fast. So I mean, race has a little to do with how fighters are built, I think, but it doesn't mean that ones are better than others. It has a lot of things to do with like how you prepare yourself, their dedication. If you're born with an inherent trait like punching power, a good chin, yeah. But you know, African Americans have fast twitch muscles. That's a fact.
How did we get into this fucking race talk?
Like you cannot say that the African Americans are not one of the fastest sprinters in the world because that's such a legitimate thing. Like it doesn't have to be Black American, but like the Hussein Bolts of the world, you know, the Jamaican sprinters, the African American sprinters.
Yeah, exactly. But this all started because somebody said they started questioning whether AJ was British or not. But I'm like, well, which one is it? Like in Mexico, you know? I saw people bring this up. Like, what is a Mexican, to be honest? Is it like full on native? Or because most of us, you know, we're mixed, right? So are we like what, half Mexican or something? And you also have even the population of Africans that in the Yucatan and all that area, you know, like next to the Caribbean. So like, are they
Veracruz, Acapulco, Yucatan?
Yeah, are they not Mexican? You know what I mean? Like, it's been 500 years until at what point? Like, what's a British guy? Like Anglo-Saxon or Welsh? The Welsh, they were there before the Anglo-Saxons, right?
Maybe before, but times are constantly changing. There's a lot of people, a lot of migration. There's a lot of Indians, I think, in England now. So obviously, with time, the races keep getting mixed. So what is one thing? You know, people would like to traditionally think, oh, well, that's supposed to be a British guy. I don't know. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Maybe people are too concerned about defending what they think it's supposed to be because they want to identify with a certain thing. Like, I don't know. For example, Mexicans are mestizos. They're basically like Americans because they have natives, and like Americans have Native Americans, Mexicans have Mexican natives, which are similar in like as far as like being from an Indian descent. But you know, you got foreigners from Spain that you know that colonized Mexico, that Irish people that colonized Mexico. So you know, it's all mixed.
Exactly. When does it become like, I don't know. It's a tricky fucking topic.
In certain areas, you still have more concentration of a certain race. That's just the way it is. But eventually, with time, it's all going to be different. Does it matter if it is like that? It gives a
exactly. It's like we're wasting our time here.
Like over here in the Philippines, yeah, there's a lot of Filipinos, and you hardly see like, let's say, white people. Every now and then you see like foreigners, but you know, you still have a lot of Filipinos that marry foreigners, just like me, you know.
Yeah. Mr. E says, thank you for your contribution, first of all. He says, find your ancient root. You don't need to be pure. I see. Dirt in Boxing says, it's only in Western nations that you see open borders. I think there's open borders all over the place, but nobody wants to go to like poor countries. So you're gonna see open borders where people are flooding in. But yeah, no, some countries they do have their borders more, like they have more control over them. But I don't want to get into that political. I don't want to get into conspiracies. All right, conspiracies. But yeah, there's something.
Yeah, this fight you got this white man, Irish, British guy, and Tyson Fury facing a black man from Alabama. So obviously, there's going to be a lot of race injected into the to a fight fans feel.
Yep, absolutely. Billy Grosso says Gonzalo is a low-key sociology professor and produces PBC documentaries on the side. It's possible. It's possible. We need to get Stu back in here. Stu, come back in, man. He needs to spice up this show, man. Listen, forget about people in the chat. All right?
Look, I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong. This might be a little controversial to be a little racial because deep down inside, that's just we want to be a nationalist.
Oh, we got Stu back. Stu's back. Yes.
I just need a break, bro.
Yeah,
I need at least half an hour to have a fucking spliff, a cup of coffee, and just chill out because these guys are fucking making my blood boil. I'm telling you now. And this is not just tonight. How long have I been telling you about these guys? You speak to me more than anyone. How long have I been telling you about these fucking whiny little bitches?
You've called it.
There's only so much I can tolerate, and I don't mind the banter, but it's getting ridiculous now. You know what I mean? No. Just crack on, Butcho. What are you talking about?
Go have a smoke if you want. And just so you left for take a little break if you want. What were we talking about? Gonzalo, what the hell were we talking about?
Remember when?
Hey, I tell you what, hang on a second. I tell you what, Mel in the chat. I tell you what, Mel. I'll get riled up, Tom. How about you show some fucking bollocks and come on this show, hiding behind some fucking pink avatar, whatever you got. Come on and show some bollocks and show what a real man you are. Let's hear your opinions and let all these clowns in the chat then start giving you a hard time. I mean, because like I said, it's just draining. Come on, I want to see the big book. All these guys are giving me shit in the chat. Sorry, none of them come on this show. None of them give an opinion. It's just wait till someone comes on and just run them down. And I don't mind. Like I said, I'll run someone down, but I'm here. I'm hiding from nobody. I'll give my opinion. I'll get it wrong sometimes. That's just how it is. But like I said, I'm not here to entertain you lot anymore. I'm not. And like I said, I'm gonna have a break. I might not even come back. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm at an age where I don't want to be around heathens.
Yeah, that's what people thrive on.
There's some real good guys in the chat. I'm not classing them all as heathens. There's some real good guys that I really like. But like I said, this show has become real toxic, and you know it has, Butcher. You've said it to me myself. It's a toxic show where fucking lowlifes get together, and it's like a liquor store, isn't it? You know, one of them liquor stores in the hood where all the lowlifes get together and just hang out. That's what this fucking place is.
Stu, can I touch?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Stu, listen. Some people
waiting for the English guy to come past so they can fucking rob his trainers.
They want to drag you down. Stu, some people want to drag you down to their miserable, like their miserable state, right? They want you to suffer as they suffer. So what you need to do is, I know it's not easy, but just ignore these guys.
This is. I mean, he calls himself Mel Gibson as well. One of the biggest. I mean, I bet he's got his racist views as well. But, I mean, that's what we're dealing with here, isn't it? It's a fucking meeting place for Nazis and Nazi lowriders and fucking Jew haters. But you know, I mean, it's a good show. I do enjoy being on here, but I just need a break from it. Just need a fucking break, man.
Yeah. Just have a smoke.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, just
breathe.
Boxing, but I don't enjoy boxing like I used to. I just don't. And for me, because I'm getting a bit angry with the way boxing's been, I come on here to get like some sort of joy, and I've got dealing with it like fucking Coco, the fucking the gigolo. Coco the gigolo. I mean, let's be real. How Coco Tyler? I mean, don't get no more fucking gay than that, does it?
Now we don't have anything about gays.
He might as well call himself fucking Fallon Fox. That's a more manly name than Coco fucking Tyler.
We love everyone.
These are the people I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with Coco and fucking Marius from Poland, ain't I? You know what I mean?
All right, hold on. Let me just Jason Bourne, thank you for your contribution. He says, it's good to hear your comms too. You was way out of line for your treatment to the chat. Okay, he's just joking. Don't get still. You know, he's just joking.
Listen, I don't care because I don't care if I'm out of line because I don't think nothing you guys. When I think about you guys, nothing comes into my head apart from wankers. So if I'm being horrible to you, then that's just it. Yeah, I want to be horrible to you. Do something about it.
Mr. E says, thank you for your contribution. He says, we want Stu, the good, what? Kuntz? Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I've got some friends on here. There's quite a lot of people I like in the chat. So
most
I don't
like you.
I don't want to think I'm talking about them. I'm talking about these little fucking trolls that come in here. And the thing is, I wouldn't mind if they actually come on the show and had it out with me on air. I could handle that because people call in and I have it out. It's easy to do, but when you're doing it behind a keyboard, I'm trying to give my convo here and I'm getting abused, but I can't come back to them because I'm talking to you. And it's petty stuff as well, you know what I mean? So
yeah, we have a phone call. 301, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on the air.
Oh, yeah, I just would like to say that I love boxing, but I'm getting so frustrated with the judgment calls and the racism in the sport that I'm ready to give up watching it. The Tyson Fury fight, the last two, was completely unbelievable. And the media, they had the nerve to say, oh, Tyson won. Tyson Fury jumped around that whole fight like a crackhead. He gets knocked down twice, almost knocked the hell out, and they call the fight a draw. And then he has the nerve at the end of the fight to say he won the fight when all he was doing was bouncing around like a rabbit and acting like a clown, when half of the punches he was throwing was barely touching Wilder's gloves. All they're trying to do is discredit Wilder's perfect record with their racist bullshit. It's sickening. It's really sad. And then even a lot of black bosses saying, "Oh yeah, Fury won." Fury's a big ass fucking clown. He talks bullshit, gets knocked on his ass, and gets up and says he won the fucking fight, and people back him up. The shit is fucking unbelievable.
Stu, you want to take this
Butcho.
one? Yes.
Well, you know what I just said, Butcho. I think you just proved my point. Enough.
So you disagree with the
I just got on the phone. I just saw it on TV, and I just had to say something to somebody about it because it's sad. When in history of boxing, first of all, he never hurt. I can see if he even hurt Wilder. He never hurt Wilder. Most of his punches was just show pouncing off his gloves. They never show any replays to show proof of anything. And when he get one little punch, the announcer said, "Oh, nice punch, Fury." I'm looking at the fight, not what the announcer's bullshitting people with. He knocks him on his ass twice, and they call it a draw. I'm surprised they didn't just go ahead and have the balls to get the fight to Fury, even though he knocked his ass out cold in the first fight. And Fury gets his dumb ass up and say, "I won the fight." I never heard of that shit ever happening.
Are you saying
when somebody gets knocked the fuck out and they get up and say they won the fight, and the announcers got the nerve to go along with that shit, just to discredit Wilder's knockout record?
Why do you
they
think
racist?
Okay, so you think
pure racism?
Okay, I see. I get it.
Yeah. It's torture, innit? It's fucking torture. God give me strength. How do you put up with it, Butcho? How do you do it? You're a better man than me.
All right, 301. Anything else?
No, I feel better now.
All right, man. Thanks for the phone call. Take care.
Yeah, but you had nothing to say. What's the rebuttal? What's the proof against what I said?
Well, the proof is.
Oh come on, man! I mean, you just said you just said Fury got robbed. You just said Fury robbed. Wilder got robbed or something. You know, I don't know what. I stopped listening after about 4 words. I can't really tell because I knew what was coming. This is my point. I've been hearing this for how long now? I mean, you don't. I can understand if you probably had Wilder drawing at the most, and that's being fucking kind. That's with your fucking African American.
Wilder drawing. He knocked him on his ass twice. And he barely got up.
What?
Only because he got a fucking rubber head, he was able to get up and bounce around like a clown again. He didn't do shit. He didn't hurt Wilder. He didn't hurt Wilder at all. What the hell are y'all talking about? This is sickness. Boxing ain't nothing but paid off by the racists.
What's the rebuttal?
He's in. Wilder won the dimension that he's in. Wilder won the fight by 12.
Wilder won
in his dimension.
2 rounds.
He's gone. He hung up. He hung up. Hey, Colba. Okay, all right. Let's calm down. You know,
I had to call in. I was listening. My fucking plane ride got delayed.
You know, I don't want.
I said, "Fuck this! I gotta call in."
Yeah, I know. I don't want Stu to leave. Right? So I'm like, okay, hopefully we get a good phone.
And then we going through a lot right now. I said, let me call in and handle this shit.
No, the thing is, though, like I said, what you guys don't realise is that's the thing. That's the thing. When you guys are fucking whining in my ear about some fucking bum-ass boxer, I don't give a shit because, like I said, I've got a lot going on in my own life. You know, I've just had a grandson. My dad died at Christmas. I lost a mother from a child a few last year. Mm-hmm. You know, do you honestly think I care about what your opinion is about some bum-ass fighter? This is what I'm saying. This is why I'm at the end of my tether with you guys because, like I said, I'm dealing with so much, and I have to deal with you heathens. And I do this for nothing. I don't charge to come on here for hours. I would never. I do it because Butcho's my friend, and I enjoy the sport of boxing. I love the sport of boxing, but I don't love it enough to put up with you lot. So this is my point. And now, grumpy old Stu, fucking give me something to smile about, and I'll do star jumps in front of you if that's what you want. I mean, when it comes to what have we had to smile about in boxing recently?
No, you're right. No, you're right. No,
just reel up all these fights that's got us excited and just give up with it, mate. And to think you give up with the sport that you love, and then you come on here and just
Right.
I mean, I think we need fucking Michelle Pfeiffer to come and clean this place up. What was that? Dangerous Minds when she fucking went to that school and cleaned it up. Was it Dangerous Minds?
Yeah.
Yeah, she needs to come here and clean this place up. It needs a revamp. Or Trump needs to do some deportations around there.
Oh my God!
Really
Come on.
All right, let's take a phone call. 816, you're on the air. 816.
Hey, what's up, Bucho? This is Buddy Aces, man.
What's up,
Stu?
Buddy Aces, what's up, man?
Buddy Aces. I just wanted to say, man, a couple of us, we scored that fight the other night, and we didn't. I didn't see a Wilder winning any of the rounds. Even the rounds he got knocked down on. I mean, those were probably like 9 rounds, and I mean, it was a good fight. But
yeah, okay, that's great.
Yeah, Wilder doesn't know how to box. How can he win rounds without a knockdown? He don't win rounds. That's not what he does.
Recognize.
He knocks you out. If he doesn't knock you down or knocks you out, he loses the round.
The last caller's argument was that Fury didn't do anything.
No, I agree with him. No, I know Buddy Aces. Me and him were watching.
No, the other guy. The other guy that called in before.
Yeah, that's kind of why I called, man, because that dude sounds like a casual, but you know, I mean, I ain't gonna be calling nobody no names and stuff, but what do you call it? Watching Wilder fight, man, he was swinging and missing a lot of his punches. I mean, you know, he landed a few, but he didn't really. I mean, there was times where he was getting hurt by Fury, even though Fury really doesn't have that. I mean, I wouldn't say he doesn't have a knockout punch, but you know, he wasn't staying on him. He was letting him get away, you know. But it was a good fight. I was entertained.
All right. So what's your prediction for the rematch?
Oh, yeah. Put me up for Fury. Man, I want to say he's going to knock him out, but I think he'll win by scorecards. I'll say unanimous decision this time. You know.
All right. You're on the record. Body Aces, Fury. Wait, you said unanimous?
Yeah, UD.
Okay, UD. There you go. All right.
Yeah, man, because he was outboxing the shit out of him. I don't know if I could cuss on the line or nothing, but.
All right. Anything else?
That's it, man. I just want to say what's up to all y'all, and you know, this is the first time me calling in to the show, and it's a great show. I like it. You know, I mean, even though we've been talking about Wilder Fury for the longest here, you know, it does kind of get a little you know,
old,
mundane and shit sometimes.
Absolutely.
You know, but it's a good talk show. I like it, man. You guys keep up the good work.
All right. Thanks for the phone call. Take care, man.
All right, bro. Take it easy.
All right.
Peace, buddy.
Body Aces.
Yeah, I was talking to him, a couple other guys on the Discord chat for like 5 hours yesterday.
Oh, Jesus.
Those are some funny motherfuckers, I'll tell you right now.
So it was all uncensored?
Oh, forget it, man. Michael Stott was on it.
No shit.
Everybody. It was dangerous. You would have been shut down. What we were talking about, you would have been shut down. For sure.
Yeah. Like that guy two calls ago. I mean, you could just listen to the guy, but it's not even worth like rebuttaling because they don't get it. I mean, this guy's obviously like a casual. He don't watch fucking boxing. He speaks about racism, that they're trying to discredit Wilder, but you know, it's not even worth bringing it up. We've been through this shit like time and time again. It's old. It's even laughable.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Like, okay, he's black. The other guy's white. What do you want me to do about that? I'm supposed to automatically say one guy's better than the other because whatever race you like let them fight. Let's see what happens. The white guy beat your brother.
Oh.
If you want to look at Wilder that way.
Oh, don't say that. So what pissed you off?
Just hearing that guy, he was annoying.
Okay. And then like he wanted us to rebuttal. I was like, well, what am I gonna say? Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
What the fuck?
That's what
it's so
said.
stupid. Yeah, whatever. What am I gonna? You want me to reply? You want me here get riled up so you can reply again? Nah, man.
You know what it is, Mucho? You're a nice person. That's what it is. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you for being a nice person. But I'm so used to that when somebody says, "What's your rebuttal?" I think there is no rebuttal. You sound stupid as fuck. That's what I would have told them. Oh, what do you mean by that? Listen, I think
but that's what would have.
time.
He would have you're just adding fuel to the fucking fire.
Yeah, no. Sometimes I like doing that.
Yeah, I mean for the show, yeah. I guess I should have done that. But you know, Stu was there, and I mean, like Stu, you know, Stu's like, you know, like he's fed up, and I can understand Stu. I mean, these people, some of them are just toxic.
You know what's funny? We were talking about on the private Discord, right?
Yeah.
We were talking. We were some of the guys were asking, "What do you like about the chat?" Right? Like, I mean, what do you like about the BDA show? Like, who's your best panelist? I said, to me, it has to be Stu when he goes at it with the chat.
Yeah. That's gold. It is, man. But also, I can understand, you know, like some people just want to piss you off. And so you got to know when to, like, just ignore these people. Or time them out.
Yeah.
I mean, Stu's timing them out. So, I mean, that should help. But I was going to say something else. I forgot, man. Go ahead.
Beck the Bully just knocked out. I don't like calling fighters tomato cans, but if there was a tomato can, if I ever seen one, just the guy. He just knocked out a total tomato can in the first round.
All right.
Who's this? Who are you talking about, Gonzalo?
It's a Uzbekistani fighter. He's by the nickname of the Bully, Beck the Bully. He's all right. But he was just in a showcase fight against a chubby Mexican dude.
Damn,
Gorditos.
This is Golden Boy card.
Yeah, people, it's on the zone. There's boxing tonight on the zone. Main event, Ryan Garcia. Linares in the undercard.
It's the zone. H Money.
Mr. The Zone.
Recognize you a bitch. I want to fight you.
But we need
your location.
H Money to call back. All right. I counted the super chats because Michael Stott wanted me to check out who was winning. So let me just update this shit. All right. So I was telling people that since we're approaching the Wilder Fury fight, I was thinking that during the week, there will be certain days where I will just leave the stream running throughout the night. And people can chat. And if you're awake and you have the link, because I cannot give the link to everybody because I don't know who's going to jump in and I don't want people, some weirdo, playing porn or something. So only the chosen ones will have the links and they can jump in and out if they're awake and they feel like.
Wait. Did you just call me a chosen knight?
Chosen one. The chosen knight. What the fuck? The chosen knight.
So you think this is a bigger fight than the Joshua Ruiz rematch?
What? No. It's just as big as each other. I think competitive wise, maybe there's more expectations with Tyson, Fury, and Wilder. I think competitive wise, where I had a feeling AJ could beat Ruiz pretty much in a landslide.
Okay. How about from like intrigue?
Intrigue? Yeah. I think it goes to Wilder and Fury.
More interesting.
Because to me, this is basically, it comes down to this. Tyson Fury, if he survives 12 rounds, he wins on points. Easy. Deontay Wilder has to knock out Fury, which he could, right? We saw in the fight, at least for me, the first fight, we seen both scenarios. I thought Fury won, and I thought that Wilder he almost knocked out Tyson Fury. Now, I will say this. I'm picking Fury to win, but I don't think Fury could afford to go down one time, not once, because I don't think he gets back up this time. Wilder's putting on weight. I don't know if you guys seen it. He put on some weight.
We talked about it.
And I always said, a Wilder that's 225, that's too much power coming in. That's like, I know 225 doesn't sound as much, but considering that it's him, I think that's more than enough for Fury not to beat the count.
All right, we have, I think it's a caller from before, 301. You're on the air, 301.
Yeah, I'm not going to trip out this time. I got carried away. And I wanted to correct you because I happened to overheard you say something about me knowing nothing about boxing, but you're completely wrong. I know a lot about boxing. And I am not racist about boxing. If a white boy kick a black man's ass, I'm going to say that white dude kicked his ass. I'm going to call it the way it is. And like I said before, I look at the fight, not at the fake out from how the announcers talk. He never hurt Wilder. Give me a round where he hurt him. Give me a fight where someone's been knocked on their ass twice, and when the fight was looking equal, when neither boxer was damaged, the announcers, even though the announcer was saying the fight looked even, soon as a fighter, especially a fighter who has a champion belt, and then when that fighter knocks that other fighter on his ass twice, he normally automatically wins that fight. That's never happened in the history of boxing where they called a fight like that a draw. And if you can point that out where that has happened, then talk your shit. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I get emotional because I see the fight for what it is. And I'm not no racist. I'm not no racist. I've had certain boxers who are white who I've loved and I support throughout. De La Hoya, I supported De La Hoya through his whole boxing career.
You're not a racist.
And I called out De La Hoya and said they cheated him when I thought they cheated him. So it's not about racist. It's about the racism that's done in the boxing world.
Who cares?
I have a friend who was a boxing promoter, And he got out of it because of the injustice in boxing.
Yeah, I'm sure it was all against the
I know
blacks,
what's
right?
going on.
It was all against
a lot
the
of these
blacks,
judges are very impartial to their own race. It's not
Man,
me
you
that's
talking
doing
to-
it.
are you
It's the
talking to
other
yourself?
races that's
Yeah,
doing
all
it.
right,
So
hold
don't
on,
put it on me.
guy.
I'm calling it for what it is. And if you just laugh and joke about what I'm saying, back up what you're saying with what you're saying. Don't just talk your talk.
Jesus Christ. All right, can
Give
you
me
hear us?
proof of
Can
what
you
you're
hear?
saying. I'm giving you
Hey, let me speak, man. You keep talking.
stupid.
All right.
I'm
Hold
not
on.
falling for
Oh
that.
my God. Can you hear us? Hello? Are you
I
there?
don't think he could hear us.
No, I can't hear you. I get emotional over boxing. I'm
you
sorry.
can't hear. Okay, hold on.
Down and let me speak for a second.
Go ahead.
I
Let me
love
speak,
boxing. I
man.
get emotional about it.
All right.
All right.
You
Let's
know,
have a conversation.
I've called out like several boxers who were unknown and said,
all
"Oh,
right,
this dude,
listen,
he's going to be
listen.
something."
Can we
Even
have
though
a-
I lost
can
my
we have-
opportunity as a boxer, but
Can we have
I watch it and I see what's going on in the boxing world.
Man, you need to just calm the
And
fuck
it's
down for a
sad
second.
the way
Oh
a
my
lot
God.
of judges have
Guy.
miscalled fights unfairly.
This is
I'm not the
insane.
only
This
one that's
motherfucker talking
acknowledged
to
this.
himself, man. I can't do this. You talking to yourself?
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe so. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, but let me speak for a second, sir. Let me speak. Okay?
Oh, I'm
First
sorry. I
of
didn't
all-
hear you.
Okay, first of all, when you fight 12 rounds, if you knock somebody down 2 times, that doesn't mean you automatically win the fight. Okay?
You
would
didn't
have
listen to the
win.
rest of what I said.
Excuse me, hold on.
I said when if the guy is a champion and the fight is close,
Speak, man.
they normally would give that fight to that person. And I didn't
Normally
see nothing
give a
but
fight
Tyson
is
Fury
not the
mostly
way
hitting his gloves. He never hurt Wilder, but Wilder hurt him twice, where he barely got up both times.
Hey, stop. Hey, pump the brakes.
Pump the brakes.
Okay, go ahead. I get emotional about boxing. Sorry.
Yes.
But you need to listen. You need to listen.
Go
I can't hear you.
Listen.
I'm sorry.
When you knock someone down 2 times, that does not give you the automatic win if the fight goes 12 rounds. You have to
I didn't
win.
say you're changing my
Hold on,
words
time
again.
out, man.
I
Let
didn't
me
say I give you the
finish.
automatic
Let me
win.
finish.
I said when that person is a belt holder and he's the
guy,
champion,
all right.
and the fight is very close, at which the
I
announcers
bet
were
people
saying
don't
it was
talk to you,
close.
right? Like in
While
real
the fight
life,
was
people
going
just
on,
walk
they were
away.
saying,
hear
"Oh, I
us?
don't know who won that round."
Can
Even
you
though I
hear
didn't,
us?
I
All
didn't
right.
even see that because Tyson Fury was mostly hitting his gloves and acting like a clown and showboating.
Can you
But
hear the
that
bell?
It
don't
doesn't
give you
matter
points
if you're a
when you
title
putting your hands.
holder or not.
All right, I had to
It
hang
doesn't.
up.
Who
Okay,
told
hold on.
you? Who told you that?
I had to
This
hang
guy's
up.
fucking.
I had to hang up. We just, guys, sorry, but you can't hear us. I don't know why. So we're gonna try another phone call and see if there's a fucking problem. But I don't think there is. 510. You're on the air. 510.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys clear.
Okay, so I don't know what this guy was talking about. Go ahead, Rasclot.
I want to respond to the guy real quick because he said that never because there were 2 champions that they had to score to draw, and he got knocked down twice. Let me give an example once again. Kendall Holt versus Timothy Bradley. Timothy Bradley was not a title holder.
Yeah, no, you're 100%. It's this guy's crazy. He just keeps talking. He don't let you speak or make your point. It's like, do you not score the other rounds?
And he's listening. Hey, recognize he's listening. He's
All right, so the
on air.
person that's listening, like Ross Claude just said, he just gave you an example of a guy who got dropped twice, but went on to win the fight in a title fight where he wasn't the title holder. Okay, he gets dropped twice. I saw that fight. You can definitely say Bradley won about 8 of those 12 rounds, at least 8.
All right, Russell, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry about that. I'm crossing. So anyway, what I was saying is, in that fight, he clearly didn't land the harder punches. But it's not about the harder punches. It's who lands the most punches. It's who lands the cleaner shots and wins the round. You could go into a fight and fight a guy that has more power than you, but I'm landing more shots and you land one power shot. Does that mean you win the round because your punch was harder? No, doesn't work that way. Tyson Fury clearly outboxed Wilder and just got caught in the 12th round. And again, if that fight was scored in the 40s and 50s, it would have been an even round because Fury won the rest of the round.
Yes, it's exactly Ross Clot, exactly 100%. That's all I got to say about that. That's
I could say Rascalot that sometimes when the punches are harder, but Wilder wasn't scoring really like effective hard shots throughout the 12 rounds until the 12th round and the 7th round when he landed that flash knockdown.
I agree.
But I agree. Yeah,
you can't win a fight just because you drop the guy. Okay, so you go in the first round. You drop your man 2 times. He gets up, finishes the round. He beats your ass from round 2 to round 12. Who won the fight?
Right.
The 2 knockdowns. That's what won the fight. Yeah.
Right.
That's not how you score boxing, man.
That don't mean nothing.
Yeah. You got to finish your man, and that's what Wilder has to do because he can't box. He has to knock Fury out, which he has a good chance. I'm picking Fury, but I'm not saying he can't get knocked out. But that's the only way Wilder could win this fight is by knockout. Because if it comes to boxing, Wilder knows shit all about boxing. He knows only 1, 2 down the middle, 1, 2 down the middle. And when he catches you with that 2, he usually wins the fight. If it comes to something else, we all know if you put him to box for a long period of time, he's going to lose.
All right, Rascal, there's a bit of noise in the background. So, anything else?
Oh, no, I just wanted to make that clear because a lot of people keep using that excuse of Fury getting knocked down twice. And I think people are forgetting the score round.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they're only going by the last round, and this is a big problem with boxing fans today. They see knockdown, and the guy loses the fight. Let's not forget Chris Algieri versus that Russian guy. I forgot his name, the puncher, Ruslan
Provodnikov. That's another great example.
The hell out of. Thank you.
I thought Ruslan won, but the judges didn't.
Yep.
I thought Provodnikov won that fight, but the judges thought that Algieri won more rounds and that knockdown didn't add up to a win.
Yeah. Look at Marcus. Marcus Pacquiao won. Marcus Pacquiao won. He dropped him 3 times. You could easily have given that fight to Pacquiao because it was a close fight, but no, they scored it a draw. It was fair.
Yeah.
All right.
And also the one fight where I beat the shit out of Jason Bourne's father. I knocked him down twice, and then his boyfriend tried to jump in, and I knocked him out too. All right, peace.
All right, take care. That was Rascot 50-0. No, I think he's 60-0 now. All right, guys. I saw some people that didn't manage to get their calls in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to restart the phone lines because we're out of time with the phone lines.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
That was loud. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. All right, we're going to restart the phone lines. Go ahead, Gonzalo, or whoever wanted to say something.
No,
it's all right.
Okay.
Listen, Ross Clot made his point. Okay? Now, you can't call back and tell me, give me an example when he just gave you a few of them, okay? He gave you about 3. There's actually more of guys getting knocked down and winning the fight, okay? If boxing was like that, this guy's, first of all, that caller was crazy, okay? Like, seriously, I'm emotional. Like, yeah, you keep saying that. Like, let us speak. I'm emotional. Like, fuck your emotions. Like, let me say something, okay? For 1 second, let me just say something.
I wanted us to have a conversation with him, but unfortunately, he couldn't hear us for some reason. And it's not the phone lines that we have over here that's the problem, because everybody else could hear
The
us
thing
fine.
is, I want people, because I want people to laugh. This is what I want him to say is, I thought Wilder won 6 rounds, so therefore the 2 knockdowns makes it legit win for Wilder. You see, they can't say that because people will laugh at them. What fucking 6 rounds did he win in that fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, and the guy could hear you. He could hear you. He just chose not to listen.
Right.
Motherfucker
I
just
hope
kept
that's not-
rambling.
I
He could
hope
fucking
that's-
hear you.
All right, Dirt and Boxing, thank you for your contribution. He didn't write anything. Well, I hope he couldn't hear us, because or else, I mean, what the fuck? But listen, if you want to call back in, all right, we had another phone call. Hold on. There we go. 917, you're on the air. 917.
Okay, so I rewatched the fight to try to score on my own, and I gave Wilder round number 1, 9, plus a 2 knockdown, round 7, and round 12. You add it up together, that equals a draw.
Okay.
Okay, but at least you're giving
That's all I'm
you're
gonna say.
giving
I'm
the
out.
round.
All right, thank you.
So you gave him 5 rounds, right? You gave him 5.
He's gone. But yeah.
Okay. But no, he gave him 5 rounds. He's explaining himself, even though I laugh at that scorecard. I think the best you could do for Wilder is 3 rounds. The best. But at least the man is giving you his fucking scorecard. This fucking guy said he knocked him down twice, so therefore he won the fight.
Well, he also said that Fury just jumped around like a clown or a crackhead or something like that.
Right.
Why would you insult Fury like that if you don't have a horse in the race?
Yeah. If you don't have a horse in the race.
Just
And why would
thinking.
you insult Fury as a crackhead and your boy didn't knock him out? Like, so the king that you have in your, in Wilder couldn't knock out a crackhead. That's what he's saying.
Why the hate towards Tyson
When you
Fury?
hate so much, you embarrass yourself. That's what happens, man.
Call back in. No, actually, I don't know, because he can't even hear us. So it's gonna be the same fucking thing.
Those are pretty wise words there, Recognize.
Wise words. Recognize full of wisdom. And
Yeah, it
bootleg
comes with the
DVDs.
age and experience, right?
That's right. Let's see what people are saying in the chat here. By the way, the phones are open again, as you just saw. SSP28 says you could have given Wilder maybe 1 round out of the first 5 rounds. Okay, yes. Other than that, Fury won everything except the 2 knockdowns. So 3 rounds, basically. Yeah. Now, guys, well, we didn't talk about this because you weren't here. Well, recognize you weren't here. Fury, apparently, rumors are...
Hang on a sec.
Oh.
Can I just get in Padge in the chat, right? I mean, he must be Polish and he must be desperate as well, because he's trying to claim Lomachenko as being one. Polish genes, apparently, Lomachenko's got.
Okay.
Show me scientific facts or shut the hell up.
We want the DNA test. Yeah.
I'm not buying it.
DNA test.
Crack on, that's all I want.
All right. Recognize. So Fury apparently will be coming in heavy, and apparently right now he's like at around 270, but he doesn't look fat. So, Recognize just dropped. I'm talking to myself. All right, anyways.
Yeah, he's not Andy Ruiz. He's not 5'9". Yeah, he's like what, 6'7", 6'8".
6'9", 270. If you guys don't think that Tyson Fury can hurt Wilder, then I don't know where you're from. Not from this planet. A planet that has another universe with different laws of physics. But let me tell you, Fury can hurt Wilder. I think he did. For the last caller who asked us who made the statement that Wilder never hurt Fury, he did hurt. Sorry, that Fury never hurt Fury. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. I can hear myself. There's like an echo. All right, sorry. So for people who are saying that Fury didn't hurt Wilder, he did hurt Wilder. He hurt him in the 12th round, and Wilder was hurt to the point where he had to clinch. So there was an instance where Wilder was hurt. So you guys go watch the 12th round, and you're gonna see that Wilder was hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt, but people that are like that were Wilder, they're not gonna acknowledge that because they're more overtaken by what they just saw, the knockdown. That's not even matter to them.
Yeah. And by the way, I don't know why Showtime would go against Tyson Fury when the Showtime boxer, basically the PBC Showtime boxer, was Deontay Wilder. So there's no reason why they would go. I mean, unless they're like all racists, like Paulie Malignaggi, who was Al Bernstein, I think, was there. The guy Mark, was it Morel or whatever?
Mario,
yeah, the Il Fuego, that guy. I don't think they're all racist. I don't think. I mean, come on, guys. Is this are we really getting into this type of conspiracies? All right, Box is getting pissed off now. He says, "I can't talk boxing over these. Sorry, with over emotional plebs." That's right. A lot of emotions. Oh man, this show is the best. Just full of chaos.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see what weight they show up in because for these guys it's very important. We got a guy that's 6'9". Okay, so the weight game is really important here. We got a guy that's 6'9" that it's beneficial for him to come in heavy, but not too heavy because he still want to be mobile, right? But heavy enough to where he can maybe take a shot a little better and he could put a little bit more. I mean, what more punching power can he put behind his shots? He's already big. But obviously, he can put a little bit more weight. But, also, you have the old saying that says the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Yeah, he does have the punching power to knock out Wilder. But if you throw too much into your shots and you end up getting tired to where your stamina betrays you, and you get tired because you're laying in too thick into your punches, yeah, you could get knocked out if you get tired out. So it's interesting on that side how heavy Fury comes in. It's very important. But Wilder as well, because comes in lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you notice? You rewatched the fight, right? So did you see Fury takes punches? Because
not that many. No.
Not that many.
If Fury would have taken punches, it would have been a close fight, and you could have given rounds to Wilder. But since he didn't take that many punches, it was hard to give Wilder any rounds. Remember the Cotto Canelo fight where I actually, when I watched it, I thought it was so close. It's just like, man, Cotto's winning. He's winning because he's connecting more.
Mm-hmm.
But Canelo landed punches that were like harder and more eye-catching. So by the end of the 12th round, I gave it to Canelo by 1 round. Okay, now, similar. If Wilder would have landed, obviously, less punches, but landed a few telling shots, you could have made a case for Wilder winning the fight. But he didn't. He didn't land those eye-catching shots aside from the two eye-catching shots were the 2 knockdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And aside from that, you can't really give him but a round.
Fair enough.
So,
but the argument is that Fury didn't do anything either. But that's where I disagree because I think, all right, fair enough. Maybe Fury wasn't very active or didn't land that many punches because apparently, according to CompuBox numbers, Fury only threw 13 punches more, which I don't know how that's possible though. But anyways, point is that Wilder didn't do that much and Fury didn't do that much. Okay, fair enough. But somebody must have done something a little bit extra, right? And that's Fury was the one, in my opinion, who was doing the better. And by the way, this isn't amateur boxing, right? There's the 3 criteria for boxing, and we all know them, and one of them is ring generalship. And I think Tyson Fury excelled in that aspect. And so That's why I was giving rounds to Tyson Fury. Now, if you don't think that Fury won those rounds, then you have to tell me how Wilder won them. You can't just say Fury didn't do anything. Fury was just dancing around, crackhead. He's a crackhead. He was acting like a crackhead. All right, fair enough. But how did Wilder win these rounds then?
The only two things that Wilder did was the two knockdowns. The two knockdowns. So those are 10-8 rounds. You could give him an early round. You could find another to give him 4 rounds. But he you can't claim that he won. Now, this is the reason why we're having the rematch, okay? But to tell you the truth, actually, the first fight wasn't that great of a fight, man.
No, it was rematches.
Boring. Yeah, it's kind of getting overplayed a little. Hopefully the rematch is better. Usually rematches aren't as good as like the first fight. They certainly could be, and I'm hoping so. We had exciting moments, but I mean, we'll see.
Well, sometimes when the first fight is garbage, the second fight is better. Although I can't even remember when that happened. I'm trying to remember a fight where the first one was garbage. Go ahead.
We can give no excuses to say that, okay, Fury's not going to show up. I'm thinking he is. I'm hoping he does. He got the best trainer. He's not coming off a long layoff. He certainly wants a real belt, not just to say, I'm the lineal guy. I'm the lineal champion, or he's got a WWE belt. I'm sure he wants a real actual belt in boxing before he retires. So we're going to get the best version of him. No excuses. Wilder, same thing too. I mean, he's taking a lot of fights to where his resume is questionable. A lot of tune-ups, a lot of step-ups. And he's been champion for how many years? Since 2015, 9 successful title defenses. People are putting them in the realm as Muhammad Ali. He needs to actually start doing something. So this is a decent fight, and there's no excuses for him either. That was makes it interesting.
Yeah, there's more at yeah.
Yeah, there's more at stake.
There's more at stake. Well, it's the same that was at stake in the first fight, I guess, but yeah, things have changed now. Yeah.
But you know how people say, oh, you can break everybody's resume apart and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this fight is kind of questionable to where these two guys' resume ain't the greatest. But then again, they're both champions and this is what we got. So it's fight, but will one guy be great because he wins this fight? Will Fury be regarded as a great because he beat Wilder, or will Wilder be regarded as a great because he beat Fury? Can you really say that? For this time and era, I suppose you can because there's nobody else aside from Anthony Joshua. Yeah.
For the heavyweight, within the heavyweight division, in that context, the heavyweight context, I don't know, but overall, pound for pound, no, I don't think so. Although I listen, whoever wins, don't be surprised if the winner ends up in a certain pound for pound list. But in my opinion, like you said, listen, the heavy division is not loaded with great boxers. That's just the reality, right? You got a 50-year-old Luis Ortiz up there. What the hell was he doing there? Fat boxers, out of shape boxers, getting title shots. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Heavy division is not that great. However,
I kind of threw Andy Ruiz under the bus just by the way he comported in the fight, coming in overweight, and also because he got rid of the trainer. The trainer was, but I could also blame Manny Rodriguez a little bit because even though we're adults, he should have been a little bit more responsible with Ruiz. But in the end, it's Ruiz, that made the bad decision. I kind of threw him under the bus a little just because of his
but
behavior.
listen, like you said, I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to Andy Ruiz, right? Like you can have the best trainer in the world. It's if you don't want to train, you want to get fat, then that's your problem. And so I can't really blame the trainer. And could he have done more? Yes. Not even his trainer, his entourage, like we talked about, Gonzalo. I mean,
that's this fucking buddies, man. That fucking guy's got an eating behavior and the way he lives his life, the people he hangs around with,
Yeah, eating tacos right next to him and everything. Like that's not helpful. And we saw that when they were in Saudi Arabia, right? So that was the week during the fight. The week before the fight. Andy Ruiz is in the hotel or whatever, and then his buddies are eating tacos and shit. Now, do you think that type of behavior only happened in that hotel in Saudi Arabia? No, this was probably going on throughout the fucking training camp, throughout the whole training camp. Yeah.
He came out on the show. I think it's called Dank City or something.
Yeah, I saw it.
I can't recall. Yeah, and he's eating pizza. Okay, now the picture he posted him eating taquitos and drinking that jarrito.
Yeah.
I kind of said, he can eat a little bit of tacos. That don't matter. But when you put all that together, that Dank show, the eating the pizza, the tacos here, the food in Saudi Arabia, all his buddies like condoning that behavior, even encouraging it. I don't know. It's just the guy. He's not disciplined.
Yeah.
He's got the speed. He got the title. He got complacent. He thought he on skill alone. Because he got skill. You can't on skill alone at the elite level. You can't win with you're fighting a guy as dedicated as Anthony Joshua. Who took no time off. Came into camp immediately after the loss.
And you gotta give credit to Joshua. And you gotta give credit to Joshua. Not only like physically, he came in more athletic. He lost some weight. He had a game plan, but no, it's just that rematch showed you that mentally AJ is pretty strong, and yeah,
he fought smarter. A lot of people would criticize, and I'm not gonna say that kind of lackluster at times where he ran and he chose not to trade, but it's what would have happened if he would have lost. People would have said, "Oh, she's a hype job, he sucks." But you remember a win better than you do a loss. Whatever it took for him to win, he did it. So you can't blame the guy. That would have benefited Andy Ruiz.
Yep. Travis the Chimp says, Andy now the heavyweight car collection champion. That's right. I saw this video. Somebody posted it on Discord. By the way, guys, check out the BDA Discord. The link is in the description. Discord is like an app. It's like a chatting app. You can chat there 24/7. BDA on Discord. Anyways, fucking promoting this shit. In this video that somebody posted, Andy Ruiz is showing off his cars, his car collection. He has pretty nice cars. I don't know if this guy. I mean, listen, he's gonna have to fight again. He's spending all that money, just like that. I mean, cars is not the best fucking investment you can make. And then what was funny after that, at the end of the video, he says like something about what's next in his career, and like like can I get back to work or something like that. It's like that's what you didn't do last time. You didn't get back to work. You didn't work at all. So I don't know if he's delusional. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, listen, he might be that mediocre type of Mexican mentality sometimes. Like the Mexican soccer team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're pretty good, right? But when they get to the World Cup and they're like in the eliminators, they're not doing so great. But they're pretty good.
16, yeah.
But
the thing is, the Mexican team, I'll tell you what, the difference between him and a boxer, the Mexican actually, because they never went really far. So like when they get to those knockout stages, which you always get there, they are like, oh, well, I've never made it. I always lose in this instance, so it's going to happen again. And then mentally they break down. But Andy Ruiz actually made it, though. He did defeat the champion. He was the champion. So I don't understand why he didn't bring this mentality to the fight. Because it was obviously a mental thing, right, Gonzalo?
Yeah, it's like for him, maybe he's okay. Look, he tasted greatness, and he fought for a big purse in the rematch. So like now he fought the superstar in Anthony Joshua. He was a champion. Now every time he fights, he's gonna make a cool 3, maybe 5 million, maybe even more. So maybe he's okay with himself like that because the eyes, the attention, the responsibility of him being the champion is not there. And mentality to have, he needs to wake up and understand that he's more valuable waiting fights and having that belt because he's set for life. Possibly now. Well, if he keeps going at that rate, buying them cars, making those bad investments, But he's touching M's now. He's touching M's. That's why I think these guys that him to fight Canelo. If Callum Smith or Billy Joe Saunders touch M's, maybe like 2-3 million, making 3 or 4 times more than what they've ever earned. Once they fight him, win or lose, win certainly they'll make a lot of money. But even if they lose, they're still. So yeah, that's one of those things. But anyways, we're talking about the heavyweights.
Yeah, now we're talking about Andy Ruiz, and fuck, man, we'll see what happens. I'm assuming he still believes he's gonna be getting $1 million paydays.
Yeah, he'll get offered something big to fight. Maybe Dillian White. Who could possibly face Dillian White?
That Polish guy.
Adam Kalnaki. Those are the two fights that I see.
Yeah, but does he deserve $1 million payday for that fight? I don't know, man.
He probably will get it because that's just like comes with the territory of being an ex-world champion and fighting that big name. Like, look, Adrian Broner was he's less talented, I would say. He's a bigger name. But look, he fought Pacquiao. He touched Ames on to make millions every time he fights.
Yeah, but he's a celebrity type of boxer. I don't know if that's a good word to use, but there's certain boxers that do attract a crowd, that do have that, even if they're not that good, they have that fan base basically because of outside the ring, their antics and shit. And Andy Ruiz, he has that. Okay, former world champion, first Mexican heavyweight champion. Is that enough? Like,
that's what I'm saying is he's a name now because the whole world knows. Look, Daniel Jacobs. He's gone on to make millions ever since he fought Golovkin and Canelo.
Yeah, but he tries to win fights though. Like, the thing is, do you actually want to go see Andy Ruiz? Do people want to pay to see Andy Ruiz, a guy who didn't do anything against Anthony Joshua in that rematch?
He's at a crossroads because, look, I could say that he doesn't deserve an opportunity because it's kind of still fresh in their minds how he fumbled the rematch because he really did. But also he deserves another opportunity just because he's only lost 2 times, and he probably will get the title opportunity. He'll be in a step up in a eliminator. And then if he wins those, because he's got the talent, if he comes in shape, he will earn the opportunity. He will earn it. Not that he deserves it. He'll earn it if he goes down the right. But it's not that easy. I don't see it that easy.
I tell you,
either,
it's easy.
because he's with the PBC.
Yeah, well,
he's with the PBC, and that guy
he only
cater into what he needs. Stay active, especially fat guy. That's why it's like a ticking time bomb for him. Especially
Andy Ruiz only needs to fight a bomb, knock him out, and then everybody's gonna be like, not everybody, but a lot of Mexicans are gonna be behind him. Or oh well, now he's actually taking this seriously. But I know that knocking out bombs doesn't. It's bullshit. It's hype. But some more casual boxing fans are gonna be like thrilled with that.
Well, he's capable. He can easily knock out a bum, and he's capable of beating a contender. He's capable of even dethroning a champion, but he's got to come in shape.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean,
we go back to his career, the close fight with Parker.
Yeah, but
Parker's
Parker. I mean, I'm sorry, but Joseph Parker hasn't done shit any neither. To be honest.
Yeah.
Like
we can't say that the first fight with Joshua still happened. I mean, he did drop Joshua 4 times. He beat him. He lost the rematch, but they're 1-1.
That's the only thing he has in his record. And close fight with Parker. Then Parker goes on and loses against Dillian White. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not sold on Ruiz, to be honest. No, I think it was more that win had more to do with Joshua not being there mentally, basically, and being all bulk, like being too heavy, and I don't know. Listen, we'll have to see. I don't. Let's start talking about fucking Ruiz now. What are people saying in the chat here? They're still talking about the bronze plumber. The fight scout is calling Deontay Wilder the bronze plumber. AJ went to go hide in Saudi Arabia where there was no testing, bro. Okay, that's possible. What else? What else? Grieva says Fury did go down like a ton of bricks. The punch didn't even look that hard. That was, I think it's obviously talking about that 12th round knockdown. What do you think about that, Gonzalo? Like that shot from Wilder wasn't really that like flush, landed flush. I think that hook didn't land flush though. That was like a fucking slap, no?
Well, he went down. He beat the count. He got up. He could have been tired because all that weight loss. No excuse. He got dropped. I mean, which fighter is not going to be tired in the? Because look, Wilder almost got knocked out himself. Got dropped. He was hurt. So they're both tired. And you got to lug around 270 pounds. Like I said, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. He's a giant. He's a giant, and if he's a little bit worn out, not a little bit, maybe a lot, because it's round. He fell hard. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. But he got up. And he got up. It was a close call on the count, because it's not seconds. And he beat the count, and it is what it is. I think sometimes we read into things too much. How better can you do after getting knocked down to where a lot of people didn't think, even Wilder, that he would beat the count? He was surprised. Okay, he got up from the punch. It was a hard punch. Yeah, we can really appreciate. It's more if we were there personally, like ringside, we could like actually like know how hard Wilder, how hard better BF, how hard these guys punch. But on camera, sometimes you have to be kind of keen to like really know. And I mean, with Wilder, it might be deceptive where he's skinny and you don't think he hits that hard, and there's rumors that he got titanium in his hands. So I mean, it could not look hard, but it is hard. But he certainly punches hard. But yeah, but they had to be tired, both of them, in the 12th round, and he still beat the count.
Yep, he did. Organic Fitness says, and Fury was hit on a counter attack from Wilder. I knew it. I knew it would be a third punch that would hurt. So that would hit Fury in the later rounds. Okay, so basically Fury was hit on a counter attack from Wilder. I knew it would be a third. What do you mean a third punch that would hit Fury in the later rounds? Okay. Well, yeah. I guess. I mean, like Gonzalo said, the 12th round you get tired. I guess you're more prone to making mistakes, to being open, and also to going down. Steven Shores, yeah, go ahead.
Remember, well, let me see what recent fights come to memory. It is Landy Lara versus Jared. Okay, guy got tired. Let me see. The Gale fight against Badu Jack. Stuff like that, you know, where he's just tired.
Yeah.
You get dropped.
That's what happens. That just shows you that Fury, it's a man that's gonna be, you know, hard to keep down, because listen, you go down in the 12th round, that's when you're like, that's what his father said, John Fury. It makes sense. Usually when you're going down in the 12th round, it's pretty much over, man. It's hard that you actually gonna make it back. Do you remember I Corte, Gonzalo?
Yeah.
Remember that fight against De La Hoya when he went down? And then De La Hoya was like fucking unloading on the guy.
Yeah.
Corte was on the ropes, and it was like the referee did the right decision. He didn't stop the fight. He could have easily stopped the fight, but fucking Corte just kept. He was there. That's one of the few fights where I've seen a guy go down in the 12th round where there's enough time for the other guy to finish him off, and then he just can't finish the guy off. And because usually when you go down in the 12th round, it's pretty much fucking over, especially when there's a lot of time left. I'm not talking about Chavez Taylor over here. I'm talking about there's like a minute and a half or more left. Usually it's over, man. Fury is hard to fucking keep down, man. That's a fact. That's a fact. So people who keep saying, "Oh, Fury, Wilder just needs to land a shot," that's bullshit, man. Bullshit. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
In a way, he kind of felt like, remember when Joe Frazier knocked out Muhammad Ali in the 14th round? Was it the 14th round? Back in the days, 14th? Or was it 12 round fights? I think it was the 14th round.
Oh, are you talking about Ali Fraser?
Yeah, how
Yeah, that
Ali
was.
just fell like flat on his back. He just went back, but he rose immediately. But it was kind of like that to where he got up, and Ali, he got dropped like I said 3 or 4 times by lesser punchers than other guys he had faced, like by Chuck Webner, uh, Henry Cooper, Doug Jones. He got dropped many, but he always got up, and he had a good chin, right? Because he was able to survive against Foreman, Ernie Shavers, fighters that punched much harder to the guys that he got dropped.
Yeah. And you know what? When it comes to Wilder and the opponents that he's faced, like you said, Fury's the type of guy who, like Ali, he always gets back up. Um, on the other hand, the fighters that Wilder has fought, in my opinion, they're not that good. That's why they don't get back up.
Yeah,
Ortiz, yeah, I mean, this guy was 50 years
they're
old.
not that they're not that good, Bucho. And Wilder's been hurt. We can also like give him credit that maybe he doesn't have a that bad of a chin. He's been knocked out in the amateurs, but he hasn't really faced punchers.
No.
Okay, now Fury ain't a puncher. Excuse me. Maybe it's one of these fights where neither guy gets dropped, and it just goes to a decision where nobody gets dropped. You know, if Fury can take Wilder's punches this time around and drop Wilder because he just boxes and Wilder's got a decent chin too, we go to a decision. What are people going to say then?
Yeah, okay, but now we get carried away here with decision or knockout, right? Like a full-on 10-count KO. Okay, how about stoppages? Like damage. A fighter gets too much damage, receives too much damage, so the referee stops it, or they have to stop it in the corner or whatever. Can't you see Wilder getting busted up to a point where and then you add fatigue to that, maybe to that beat up, like a beating he's still getting, and then in the later rounds, Wilder, just basically gets stopped. The referee stops it. Can you see that happening?
It would have to be something very clear where he's taking punishment because there's a lot on the line. And they wouldn't want to do that to Wilder because it would ruin his reputation. They would give him the benefit of the doubt. But with that being said, it is boxing, and the referee is the one that ultimately makes that choice.
Didn't Wilder had like an eye that was no, not shot, but it was like he had like how do you call it, a mouse thing? How do you call it in English? Under his eye. Yeah.
Not under his eye.
Yeah, in the first fight. I'm trying to look for pictures here.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was just that Wilder jab. Sorry, that Fury jab. A jab can do a lot of damage, especially when you're 270 pounds and you land it consistently.
I think the guy that's more prone to getting facial damage would be Fury with one shot. If he could hit him and reopen that cut that's on the edge of the brow where the bone meets the flesh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and any guy that has that whipping power, that maybe if it's not even a knockout shot, if he just grazes him with the edge of the knuckle as he turns the punch over, rubs
that was a bad
against
cut.
the flesh.
Yes, that was a bad cut, and when I saw that cut, I was like, "Oh fuck, man! This might be bad for the rematch. This might be a problem because it was a fucking bad cut." I was like, "That's gonna take time to heal." All right, here's a picture of Wilder. All right, you can't really see, but his eyes were a bit fucked. One of his eyes. But yeah, that cut thing. Yeah, we didn't really talk about cuts here. It's a possibility. Fuck, man. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm excited about this fight. Like Stu said, like there's not a lot of fights going on right now in boxing that really hype you up. This is one of those fights. And by the way, we didn't even mention Teofimo Lopez against Lomachenko. There's rumors that the fight will be taking place in May. So I think that's another exciting fight. Hopefully we start getting more fights this year because not a lot of fights have been announced. And we have a lot of great champions out there, and hopefully this year is great. Let's make boxing great again.
Yeah, you know what? Last year was really a good year. I can't complain about last year, especially since, yeah, like you said, we haven't seen anything yet. Hope it picks up because for the longest time during last year, week in and week out, we had fights every weekend on different platforms: PBC, ESPN, and the Zone. So we had like even two multiple cards in one night. It had to be like one fight's over, two fights playing simultaneously, and then especially in the last quarter, we had the Errol Spence, then we had the Golovkin, then we had like Donito Onaire, Regis Prograis, like Andy Ruiz, Joshua, back to back to back to back. So it was exciting. Yeah.
That's right. It was pretty exciting. Hopefully, this happens again this year. All right. You know what? We're gonna end the show. It's been a while. Oh, Recognize just got back.
It didn't help that Bob Arum scheduled the fight in China virus.
What fight in China?
The Ramirez versus Postal, we would have had that like already this weekend or last because of the coronavirus. That was a bad move by Bob Arum because he got a fight deal with the Chinese, like a 2-3 fight deal. I asked Robert Garcia, and that's what he told me. So that was a bad move from him, bad planning because of the coronavirus.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, coronavirus.
Hey, I got a question. Are you playing the Zone? Are you guys watching the Zone?
I'm gonna watch it now, man. I'm gonna go eat and watch it while
How
he's
come
fighting.
the fucking stream is froze on my TV? There's only like a picture of Ryan Garcia on the.
Let me check. Maybe it's sometimes. I mean, maybe it's like a problem from there. From over
Yeah,
there.
where there's like okay.
Oh, it's gonna take a while here. All right.
I got the same as you. I got Netflix. I got the Zone Canada.
Ooh, so you have all the Premier League. You have.
I got everything. Yeah.
The Champions League. Oh yeah, it stopped. There's nothing happening.
Okay, so it's not on my end only. Okay.
Yeah. No, something.
You looking at Garcia right now, Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia. Yeah. Hey, I sent those episodes.
Take a picture of it and send it to Stott.
Oh God.
He's got this show recognized. It's just like YouTube, like where he's on it, like not a sitcom. You seen the episodes I posted, right, Bucho?
What episode? No.
Where he's like on a show that he made, like not a comedy, but a series, a Ryan Garcia series where he's acting. You haven't seen those?
No, man. I'm gonna check them out.
Yeah. Hey, Francisco Fonseca, he's all right fighter. 21 fights, 19 knockouts. He got power.
It's hard to take him serious when he dresses like that.
Yo, what the fuck is that, man?
I don't even want to know.
Yo. Ugh. Yeah, Fonseca. So you think it's gonna be a good fight, Gonzalo? All right.
It'll be a test.
So
sure.
If Linares wins and Ryan Garcia win, I guess that's the plan, right?
Yeah, in a weird way, he might be like Oscar De La Hoya, where top fighters getting up. I want to see his chin get tested, but even if his chin gets tested and gets dropped, I think Ryan Garcia is that type of guy that gets up and is dangerous because of the speed. Remember when Recognized talking about how a fighter, when he's got skills and he's got power, he's dangerous, like in a bar fight? I see that's the type of guy that Ryan Garcia might be. He's got the instinct and the skills. So where he gets dropped and he gets put on a steady leg and he gets up, that fighting mentality will take over. And he'd be dangerous.
Yeah.
In other words, you see that?
Yeah. Well, maybe. I mean, what do you think, Recognize? Do you see that in Ryan Garcia? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to wait and see. But still, I mean, the way he leaves his chin in the air sometimes, it looks kind of weird, man. I'm talking about Ryan Garcia. Have you noticed that? He's
he's with the Eddie Reynoso, and they're doing the training that specializes on defense and combination punching. So he'll most likely improve.
Yeah, but he can.
I've noticed that.
Is that a
I've
good
noticed
trainer?
where, he does.
He should have gone with Garcia, man, Robert Garcia.
Because he speaks English. I'm interested to see what kind of instructions he gives him, because Ryan Garcia, he's a Mexican American that don't speak English.
No, he's
and I don't think that don't speak Spanish. And
Spanish.
I think Chepo Reynoso doesn't speak English that well, so you have to be fluent in your communication in order to get your message across. So I'm interested to see how they dialogue, because they've been doing it through camp, and obviously they understand each other. I'm just interested to see how they do it. Maybe Ryan Garcia, because you can understand better than you speak.
Yeah,
so maybe
I'm willing to bet that Ryan Garcia understands him pretty good.
Yeah,
he probably speaks Spanish, but not good.
Yeah, a lot of Mexican Americans are like that, man.
You think he'll give him instructions in Spanish though?
Yeah, he could do that, because if Reynoso's training him, right?
Yeah.
So if Reynoso can, if he feels like he's gonna fuck up in English, he's gonna speak to him in Spanish where he understands.
Yeah, he's gonna tell him like he tells Canelo, "Get your head out of your ass." Yeah. He's pretty stern. He's a good trainer.
Yeah.
Spanish trainers, if they notice that their guys, like, he's Spanish and he doesn't understand Spanish well, don't speak it well. When he throws him, like, to throw a hook, he'll say "tirar el gancho," like that. He'll show him in motion.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I
You
was.
get what I'm
Yeah. A lot of trainers do that anyway. So that's what I was thinking. You kind of understand a little bit what he's saying, and then he's showing you how to do it. I remember Sub Judas' father, the trainer. He was like actually throwing combinations in the ring there. Like, you gotta do. He starts like fucking throwing combos, and she's like, "What the fuck?" All right, guys, we're gonna end the show.
Peace.
Take care. Watch The Zone. You have The Zone in North America.
The Zone.
Everywhere. Mr.
I'm
The
in
Zone.
my zone.
Yeah.
You got it too recognized.
Yeah, I got it.
You got the Zone.
Yeah, but I might miss it because if my fucking plane flight don't get delayed again.
Are you going to Miami again?
Yeah, I'm going to Florida, man.
This guy, man, something fishy we'd recognize, man. All these
No,
fights
it's not what you think, man.
All right.
I'm not meeting with Pablo Escobar
Yeah.
or Tony Montana.
He's going on a submarine ride or something. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you, I guess, tomorrow. Oh, I think Mr. BDA is doing a second Renaissance tomorrow. Or we're doing a second Renaissance. So we'll let you know, guys. Check out the BDA Discord group. Link is in the description. We'll notify you what the plan will be for tomorrow. I want to thank everybody who was in the chat. Take care, guys, in the panel. I want to thank people who donated: Jason Bourne, L Dog, Virtuoso, Chris K, Mr. E, and Durden Boxing. You make BDA Boxing great. All right, guys, thank you for joining us. We will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Oh, wait, guys, check out BDA Live, second channel. Mr. BDA posted some fight analysis videos regarding the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight. Very good analysis videos. The BDA Live, our second channel, the link is in the description. Check it out.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I kiss you on the mouth.
No, I'm not cool with that. I'm sorry.
One more time. I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I mean, I'm dealing with degenerate animals.
I'm disappointed in every one of you. Disappointed in every one of you.
All right, come on. Honestly, I can't do it, man.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
Let me tell you why.
It's gonna be all right, Nicky. Go ahead, shoot.
You just killed a little fucking man.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, because you got nothing. You don't got a thing. Yeah, because you got nothing. Lomito. You got nothing.
I want to get out. I want to get out of this rat hole. I want to get online. I need
BDA Boxing.